It's a cruel summer, leaving me here on my own. It's a cruel summer, now you're gone. The city's crowded, my friends are away, and I'm on my own. It's too hard to handle, so I gotta get up and go. It's a cruel summer, leaving me here on my own. It's a cruel summer, now you're gone. You're not the only one. It's a cruel summer, leaving me here on my own. It's a cruel summer, now you're gone.
You motherfucker! You.
That's the way you intro a show right there.
Yeah. Their boy Jay.
Buddy, will July ever end? That's the question that I have. Like, it's the never ending fucking month.
Yeah, like it seems like July was crazy long and May was long, and I heard there's 5 Saturdays, which I want more Saturdays, but 5 Saturdays in August as well.
I can't do this anymore. These months just dragging on.
Yeah,
Long month mania is running wild.
long time, baby. Let me tell you something, if you will. If Friday night lives. And
Well,
we
you
got
got 10,000 cells time. Pack the shit up. Time to done. You, it's done. You retire now. The day after you
Yep.
get
Fuck it.
10,000.
That'd be cute if we came on and said that. They was like, well, we're done. That's the only thing we were waiting on. We'll see y'all. Oh, 10
we
years.
got to 10,000. That's a good round number, but
Yeah.
yeah. So, but yeah, welcome everybody. How are you guys doing? It's good to join you on here. I have yet to pop the gummies. I may do it live on the show. So I think I'm good for a little while. Talk about some of these physical media releases is the big thing. I think
It's been like I can't remember really the last time. Well, it's because for October, like they're already pre-ordering all theirs, sending out all their pre-orders for October, and it's like every company is just like one thing after another thing after another thing after another thing that I actually probably want. But you got to draw the line in the sand somewhere. You can't just buy all the shit coming out.
Mhm.
But
Well, you could start swiping that credit card. You be.
no, Mark, you could, but we can't.
Before we get into the physical media stuff, though, this week was San Diego Comic-Con,
That's
and
right.
they announced all kinds of like shit for nerds all week long. Is there anything that you guys saw, toy related or whatever comic book related?
I know they released another damn Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle shit. I'm just like, every year, man, every damn year they release some new like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle figure or collectible or something from that show, and it's like, and that shit's all over If something's all over Walmart like that too, it's like it's gotten a little bit too mainstream.
Yeah.
One of the things that I'm kind of into, but I limit myself, I'm very strict on what I buy with the Masters of the Universe stuff. So my wife kind of got me back into it probably 8 years ago or so. And I think it was back when Super 7 was doing their stuff. And then Mattel re-signed, or however that works, I don't know, with the toy licensing and shit, and have just exploited the shit. I mean, this shit is everywhere. these, first it was like replicas kind of the original Masters of the Universe figures, but now, fuck, they've got Masters of the Universe Ninja Turtles figures. They did the WWE Universe figures.
Yeah.
And
never
now
understand that either.
they're doing Thunder. They announced Thundercat Masters of the Universe figures.
I thought you were going to say
But,
Thunder in Paradise figures. I was going to be like, I'll buy that. I'll buy that right
I
now.
would. Yeah. So yeah, San Diego Comic-Con is technically still going on, but I will say something that I have bit down on, right? And I'm going to try to not make sure my wife doesn't know about this shit. Matt Cardona, formerly known as Zack Ryder, is doing some really cool fucking wrestling figures, man. Probably the coolest wrestling figures going. They're called Big Rubber Guys. Have you guys seen these?
Mm-mm.
They are new LJN style figures. There's a Dusty Rose, baby, that I pre-ordered, if you will. A cowboy boots and a stain on his belly welly. I'm ready. And yeah, Road Warriors, they did a killer demolition tag team. And they've announced more stuff too. They're doing the Macho King. I don't know how how are they legally fucking doing this shit? That's WWE.
They got to go through WWE, yeah.
I guess.
They're getting a percentage, I'm sure.
So here, I saw another thing too, and I'm just like amazed by it. They released another Elvira variation from NECA. Man, I don't know what the deal is with that license, but they've released at least 5 different variations of the same figure. So they've had like this same Elvira figure, and all they've done is change the clothes, and NECA has released at least 5 different versions of that thing. There was like there was a 4th of July one. There was like a gay pride one. There was a red dress one. I forget what that one was. There was a standard one. And then now whatever the fuck this is, it's just like, dude, it's the same fucking, it's like when they used to do it with Stone Cold, the figures that like, they just changed when Jax used to just change the shirts and
I
stuff.
remember that.
Like,
Yeah.
it's the same thing.
Yeah, they do that a lot with wrestling figures too. I think NECA is also doing the Universal Monsters. Now, I remember this back in the day. Of course, I didn't get this shit because I don't think we had a Burger King around back then. But Burger King Kids Toys, they had like a Universal Monsters thing, I think in the fall one year, back in the late 90s. NECA's remaking them and making larger scale versions of them, and the set is like 180. I got all excited and I saw the set was like $180, and I was like, fuck you.
Man,
I ain't doing that. But yeah, Dracula, the Wolfman, and all that shit. Frankenstein, baby.
Dracula and the Wolfman too.
The Mumba and the creature from the Black Lagoon.
So anyway,
So what? I was
Yeah,
going to
go
ask,
ahead,
what
man.
was the last? You said you got back in the Masters of the Universe. What was the last thing you bought? Since you got back, or what the last thing you bought?
Last thing I bought. Now, my favorite. Well, I'll take that back. There's 2 that were my favorite as a kid. I don't know which one is. Moss Man and Web Store. Right, those were my 2 favorites when I was a kid. Moss Man because he smelled like fucking pine saw or something. I
he
just,
did.
I don't know.
Smelled
why I
like a
thought he was
pine
cool.
tree.
And Web Store had that fucking like hook that he came with that, you could catapult him and climb him up on shit or whatever. But yeah, they did a deluxe Moss Man, and Walmart had it on clearance for like $15. And it was like $40 when it came out. So that was the last one that I bought. Now, I've passed on a lot of them because I think, do you guys have a Ollie's Bargain Outlet anywhere near you or anything?
Mm-hmm.
They get a lot of them there for like $10. A lot of I think they had the Panther cat for $10. I just don't have room for that shit. I'm very picky. I've got like one little wall here that has probably about 16 figures, and they're just ones that I really loved as a kid. And believe it or not, like a few years ago, I did get a couple of OG Masters of the Universe mint on card. So those Hordak from the Evil Horde and the Leech, both of those were. I think somebody had found a case of those and was selling them on Instagram or something like that.
Wow.
So I got a pretty good deal on those. But
For,
yeah, sometimes
for out of life, for I thought you were going to say for the evil horror. Horde, okay.
he's from an Evil Horde too. Yeah, I'm sure. But yeah, it's weird with those
That's really
Masters
cool,
of
though.
the Universe figures though, because the Evil Horde was never in Masters of the Universe. It was in fucking She-Ra or whatever. And I always thought that was weird that they brought. I think they may have been in a Christmas special or something like that together. I don't know, but they weren't in the
They were.
original cartoon or anything. With
No, I remember the
anyway.
Christmas special. I saw that when I was a kid. He-Man and She-Ra. That was way back in the day. I do remember that. That brought me back memories. Wow.
Yeah, man.
That's nostalgia too.
But yeah, I mean, I can name off, like, I've got Battle Armor, He-Man, Trapjaw, Beastman, Man at Arms. I do have Scare Glow. That was one that I didn't have as a kid. I just thought it looked really cool. Glows in the dark.
Nice.
What was the dude that spit? You put water down in him, and, like, pushed his head down.
Oh yeah. Fuck, what was his name? Wasn't it like Cobra Khan or something like that?
Probably that. I remember that one for sure. Though
Mm.
somebody here will know.
Squeedor
Mis-
too. You remember Squeedor? You could
Okay.
press his chest and he had like a blood thing in his chest or
Oh, yeah.
whatever. But yeah, man. Like that was my first big toy line when I was a kid. I had like all those back in the day.
I'm laughing because nah, man, you must have been so disappointed when you saw that Dolph Lundgren movie. And it's like they're on
Oh
Earth.
God.
It's like
I
Remember
saw
that
it.
they're Courtney
Remember that
Cox.
big fucking keytar that thing had?
That was
Yeah.
another one that I saw as a kid in a theater. I saw it in a theater because this was around the time I think the figures and stuff were still out. They may have been on their way out. And that was one of the movies, because as a kid, I loved everything pretty much.
Hmm.
Like, but I did not like that.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you the truth though. Going back and watching that again, Skeletor, Frank Langella is pretty good. The rest of the people in that movie, I mean, Dolph Lundgren's okay and everything. It's just I just never pictured him as He-Man with the accent and everything like that. But whatever, he's
Why?
fine in the movie. But everybody else in that movie does not belong in that fucking movie.
I never could understand. So, like, there's some things, yeah, like you need some effects guys to pull some
Yeah.
of these creatures off and do it justice and everything, right? They replaced Orko with, what was that guy's name? Guildo or something like that? The fucking
It should have been Guildo if it's not.
Guildo, I think it was.
Guildo.
Guildo. It was like this little hobbit looking
Yeah.
thing or
He's
whatever.
the guy that had the guitar. That played
And
this.
dude,
Yep.
like you could go to Goodwill and find shit where you could make a fucking Orko costume. I don't. That's one thing. Even as a kid, I was like, "Why? This thing is stupid."
Didn't he have no face though? Didn't he have no face, just eyeballs?
Right?
Maybe they were just too lazy to do that.
Well, put
It's
a
canon films.
yeah, but I mean,
You see
could put like
Superman 4, you've seen how cheap that looks.
put a black bandana over his face or something, and then paint it. Paint the rest of his face.
The biggest part of the
Would've
problem with
been
that
hard.
movie, though, was that they couldn't kill anybody because it's a kids' movie, right? So he's got a sword and he's running around, but it's all like he's just dodging laser shots and killing robots and shit like that.
Man.
You can't. There's no.
We deserve, even if it's some sort of computer generated shit, we deserve a kick ass Masters Universe movie. That's a throwback to the old show and the toys and everything.
It's weird
one thing
that
we've
they haven't
never
made
had.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Consider how much other crap.
Kim
they-
Smith gave you that.
All
You
right,
watched Kevin
real-
Smith show.
No,
I
I
forgot
don't want to talk
that.
about that woke shit. Real quick, let's go to the chat. So we got Justin Smith, TJ, Brent Masson, the mayor, Jaden Smith's in here. That's nice. Vanderhoff, Tape Rock Video, Red, Shawn Michaels, Marty Jannetty. No, Marty Jannetty's crazy.
God.
Cheryl's Horrible Horror, Sam Haynes Knight, Black Peter.
It's your favorite.
Yeah, I knew it was coming. Joe Stradamus. There's a lot of people in here, and there's some good questions in here too, actually. But one of the ones that somebody posted, I was curious about this too. Have you watched season 6, part 1 of Cobra Kai yet?
Haven't
I've
got
s-
to it yet.
I've seen 4 episodes. How many episodes were there? 6?
I think there were 6. Yeah.
I've seen 4 so far. I don't want to give any of it away for anybody that hasn't seen it, but there's some goofy shit. Like, that series was pretty realistic up to a point,
Yeah.
but this season is going off the fucking
I-
rails, man.
I personally think it's been going down. It just has been a steady progression downhill since like season 3, really. I mean, just slowly kind of the wheels have been falling off. But this time it's like,
Ridiculous.
yeah, it's kind of just crazy.
Like,
They bring in that old Fu Manchu.
right. It's like
kinda
a
stuff.
it's the fucking boss. Who's the boss in Mortal Kombat 2? What was his name?
Shang Tsung.
Shang Tsung is who he
Yeah.
is. That's his-
Oh, that's the first one. Part 2 was
He
Shao
was-
Kahn.
Yeah, yeah.
I might be thinking of Shang Tsung then, dude.
You are. You're thinking of the old guy with the
Okay. Shang Tsung is in the, yeah. Oh, God. And the, Danielson's daughter had put on weight, too. Like, I don't want to, I'm not wanting to talk, but dude, her ass is fucking, like, busting at
Well,
the seams.
It's not really like realistic to see the things that she could do karate and all this stuff at this point. Like she's kind of just, I don't know. It doesn't.
You're supposed to be in high school when she's close to, what, 30 years old?
No, that makes sense. Yeah.
But I love the...
I don't
hey,
even like the idea of the fucking what's it called, the Tempur-Pedic, the Pai Kai, the Taipei Mishday. What's the name of that tournament that they're supposed to be going to? The
Fuck.
I don't even
forgot.
like the idea of
I know what
that. Like,
yeah, but
it's basically like blood sport. Is essentially like what they're making it out to be. It's just like this giant tournament where everybody comes in from around the world, and it's called the Taipei Taikai.
You know,
something like
they
that.
were right at 2 years being completely off from that show, though. I thought it'd been a while. The 2-year hiatus in between seasons.
I don't know. It's just not. They had a really great idea, but they can't, if they'd just like that's the thing. Shows like that with the ideas like that start off small, and there's like this really core group of characters that like you really get into and you get to like, and there's plots that make sense within that group, and then it just gets bigger, and as they get money, it gets bigger.
It
and
happens
bigger
with
and
a
bigger.
lot of shows, though, man. Like they're onto
Mhm.
something great, and those guys were, because that's the first 3-4 seasons of that. What season is this? Season 5?
6.
Six.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, probably the first 4 seasons I think were pretty solid. And as far as Netflix shows go, man, like that might be the best one. That for me at least, that I like the most. But anything else, when something gets so successful, like I can't think of I really can't think of any show that ended at the right time, at the perfect time, because they all get greedy and do an extra
Breaking
season
Bad.
or two.
I would say Breaking Bad. That's the only one I can think
That
of.
was-
I
where it
even
was
think
like-
Breaking Bad went a season or two too long.
I don't think it did. I really
Was it?
don't.
Really? It was only 5.
I think I may be wrong.
X Files
on
went
this.
about fucking 5 seasons too long.
Yeah.
But I
was
mean,
just thinking that. Yeah.
When they blow up Gus. I'm almost positive that's when that series was supposed to end. No, I don't know. I haven't looked up anything on the series, but it seems like everything after that was almost just like tacked on. Like, okay,
well,
we
that,
can do.
that was that. See, that's the thing though. When you do something that killer, like it's almost impossible to live up to it after that, though. I mean, that was like to me the best moment in that whole show. So it's like anything after
Mhm.
that's going to seem like it's a downgrade.
But go back
same
and
thing
look.
with Dexter, where they brought in John Lithgow. After that, it was like, I mean, who's going to be better than that?
Right. Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Then they brought fucking Julia Stiles in or something after that, didn't they? Woo,
Yeah.
let's do that.
Yeah, and it was way too late for Clancy Brown. I thought he was great in the last season, but that last season, that ending.
Yep.
I'll tell you another
After that.
killer Netflix show though, and they continued on, of course. and I couldn't even make it through the second season. Wasn't it called 13 Reasons Why or something like that? The first season of that. Have you guys not seen it?
Mm-mm.
Oh, go watch the first season, just the first season, because it's all one story. And man, that's fucking great. That's some great shit.
It's good shit, pal.
Good shit.
Oh my
pal.
god, I hope this is true. I had no idea about this. Did you know that Ghostface is coming to Mortal Kombat 1, the video game?
Who gives a shit?
I'm just like trying to picture that, like in my mind, like how the fuck that guy fits.
I
into
mean,
that.
they already had Freddy, Jason, Rambo, Terminator. I could believe it.
Yeah.
Didn't know that though.
Spawn.
Yeah.
Fuck that shit.
That's just so funny to me to think about that character being in that. So supposedly talking about Cobra Kai, they're supposed to be making a movie after the show ends too.
Yep, they are.
Gotta keep.
It's
an
going to
open.
have Rob Macchio and Jackie Chan in it. It's supposed to link up with that remake that no one remembers and no one cared about.
Mhm.
I think that they could
The
have
winner.
pulled off. They could have pulled off almost like an entire season, the first season of Cobra Kai, without Ralph Macchio, and led up to it, right? Because he's not really even that important in the show, man. So you guys think?
I mean, I've only seen one episode. I can't comment. I've only
John-
seen, I think, the first episode.
I mean, that's probably what people were expecting, was to see him come back immediately. So if you didn't have him, maybe it wouldn't have taken off the way that it did.
I think that they could, dude. Like, I honestly think that Zabka and John Kreese, those two guys, are like the two main guys they have to have for that show.
Yeah,
I really don't think that they need. I mean, of course, he's the Karate Kid, I guess, but
Yeah.
he's not an important part. I mean, to me, and the dude that played Terry Silver was fucking. That was his first acting role in, like, didn't they say 14 or 15 years? And you would have never known he was. So Matt, you haven't seen any of the shows?
Just the first episode.
Oh, dude. And you like the Karate Kid and stuff, though, don't you?
Yeah, I just never. I mean, I didn't really give a shit about Johnny's story.
I
I'm like,
was the same.
these guys are
no, ser-
60 years old.
when it
He's-
when it was on YouTube, like YouTube Red or whatever it started on, I just watched the first episode and then quit. And then there were like 2 episodes, or I mean 2 seasons of it by the time it got on Netflix. And then the first episode's,
Okay.
I mean, I don't think you really get a good idea on what that show's going to be in the first episode.
Mhm.
Okay.
I think the first 2 seasons are the best for me. I don't know why, but it was just like they did everything perfectly in those 2 seasons, like to especially with the Johnny Lawrence character, to get him over.
He's probably one of the best things about the show for sure. I mean, if you didn't like his character before, I think you'd do a 180 on it now.
Okay.
And I wonder how active he was in acting before that show. He got that.
Only
show.
thing I remember seeing him in was that damn Hot Tub Time Machine. Like before
I think he
that
was
show.
Yeah, if he had any roles at all, it was smaller, like cameo spots. And John Kreese, what the fuck is the actor's name? It's not
Martin
it's
Cove.
Martin Cove.
Martin
Yeah.
Cove. Dude, he's 77 years old. That is insane. And that guy is amazing. Like, he's a fucking he owned that role, and that, I mean, it's unreal.
I mean, he's great, but like they've got him now, like going back in time. with
Right.
that-
I mean, they got him
it's
doing
just-
dumb shit now.
Yeah, they should have
Shang
just kept
Tsung.
it simple, and
weird.
they just would not do it.
Shang Tsung and
Mm-hmm.
Katana, they're in Vietnam or whatever.
That's what it looks like. You're right. All right, let's look at some of this stuff, though. We might as well. So, for people that don't know, probably most people on here do know, a ton of different companies released a ton of different things like Blu-rays, 4Ks, things like that, mostly for October. And one of the things that got released is very divisive, as usual. and that is the Nightmare on Elm Street 4K Steelbook and regular edition. I'll just go ahead and show it to you so we can. Yeah. I'll,
Or you could pull up the DVD from like 1999 that has the exact.
it's the same thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
And who's the company releasing it?
Warner Brothers, unfortunately.
Mhm.
All right. So here we go.
Yeah, I did see the image. It's the same ugly, cheap cover that no one liked back in the day.
No. That ain't no
So-
good. Don't ain't no count now.
And keep in mind too, no new special features on this. Nothing new.
Nothing on it. That's another thing. When I saw this, I was like, why are they doing this?
Cash grab.
So there's a lot. There's 2 lines of thought with this movie. I've noticed in looking at the comments on these different, messages and stuff, and these different social media sites. The 2 lines of thought are this: this looks like shit, which is correct. That's the correct assumption. And then the other one is, well, you sure be happy it's on 4K and shut up and like it.
People can't be happy about nothing.
People just being
I
negative.
I get it's their opinion. I just think is wrong, but I know that's me. Listen, if they sincerely look forward to it, fine. I would ask them, if you want it, why would you not want it done the right way? And this is why people voice their opinion. It's not just the whine and complain. It's because they want it done the right way. Because when you just accept it, then why? If there's a bunch of people that accept it, then why would the studio, why would they want to try? Because you would think, oh, we want to try so people will buy our product. But if you have a certain group of people that will buy any dog shit, then they could be lazy and get away with it. And there's a group of people that will applaud it. And
Yeah,
that's why a
because-
lot of these companies keep doing it, because there's a semblance of a population.
There's
that
a group
accept
of
the
there's a group of
bullshit.
people. There's a group of people, Matt, that are always like they want to be looked at like as the purists. They're like, well, I don't care like how it looks. I just want I see how the 4K looks. And all that shit. Well, here's the thing, man. Like, just the 4K can look great and everything, but the packaging is a part of it too. If it looks like shit, like you're just not gonna want to have it. Like it is a part of it. Like, I mean, that cover looked awful back when it was on the fucking DVD.
The snapper case.
Yeah, it looks awful now. It's never not looked
Well,
awful.
It's not even Freddy from the first movie. It's from like part
No.
3 or 4 or something, isn't it? I think it's part 4.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just- I just look at that.
And like you said, no features. It may have a little bit improved picture, maybe a little. I don't know if it'll be that big of a difference. Guess you can only wait and see. But
They another thing that's kind of fun too that not a lot of people mention is Nightmare on Elm Street has not had the original audio since the Laserdisc. So there's some musical cues that they completely took out of the mix. I think there's a YouTube video on it. And the last version of that movie that had, the theatrical version was the Laserdisc. So that's kind of interesting. We'll see. I seriously doubt they'll fix that, but it's possible.
Yeah. I mean, somebody mentioned here, just don't buy it to get the companies to stop doing this. I'm not buying this, to be honest. Like, I have no interest in buying this because
Not
number
buying
one,
it
why? I mean, it's just a 4K. That's it. Just the improvement from like that from Blu-ray to 4K is all you're getting with this. You don't get any features. It looks like shit. I'll just wait. I know somebody else or even Warner Brothers again will release this at some point in time. They'll release 50 different versions of this. I guarantee it. So it's like, I'm not buying that shit.
Do you guys think this cover is worse than the Steelbook cover?
Oh, wait. I'll show you the Steelbook cover. I'm not even sure if I know which one's worse.
No, I don't know which one's worse either. They're both pretty awful.
Let's see. Because it's not a fucking improvement.
Where the hell is the uncut version? I mean, I've seen those scenes, well, at least a couple of the scenes, but you'd think that they would have cleaned those scenes up by now, tried to reinsert it, give you the full version of Nightmare, but It
Yeah.
just never happens.
So here's the steelbook version. I think that's kind of shitty too. And that back cover, man, that back cover is the front cover of that shitty Blu-ray set. I'm like, no.
Somebody had posted, and this is true too. I mean, this is what you get when you have people that are not fans designing this shit. Like they just don't care. It's whatever
Yeah.
they've got on their server that they can use. Oh, let's see what we got
Yeah.
here. Who
It
cares?
reminds me of what happens when you remember when they used to do those Ghana posters? They would just give them a brief idea what the movie was about, and then they'd try to decipher, they put down an image of the movie. That's what this looks like. It's like
Mhm.
somebody vaguely knows what Nightmare on Elm Street's about, and they just design something that they thought looked.
You know, though, I was thinking, okay, so whenever that big box set came out, the DVD set, which was huge for DVD 25 years ago, that was the first big box set that I can recall. It was New Line Cinema then. So it was a different company. Warner Brothers, if you look at some of their big horror titles, like the big ones, what have they really licensed out? Like Exorcist and Lost Boys
Does
and
Warner Brothers
Poltergeists
own-
and all that stuff has stayed there.
Yeah. Does Warner Brothers own Trick or Treat?
Yeah.
That's one that they
That's-
licensed the shit out of that movie.
Right, but I mean, I don't think that that's in the same, category as Nightmare on Elm Street or Lost
No,
Boys
it's
or
pretty
anything
close
like
at
that.
this point, though, man. People are fucking losing their mind about that movie, which is another one we'll get to on here
Trick
as
or
well.
treat, some bitch.
This looks like ass, though, as the other one does.
Well, and
I
the
think this
artwork
does
was-
look better than the other one, only by a slight margin.
Mark
Yeah.
and I, we were talking about that artwork though.
Mhm.
That's on the front. Do you want to mention that, Mark?
Yeah, it's the Infinifilm DVD cover. So they crop that. You get the glove and
Oh,
a
it
little bit
is,
of his
yeah.
arm, basically, but it's a cropped piece of art that's already been released before. They threw it on a black backdrop and then put some slashes over it.
Jesus Christ, I would have never known. You're right, though. That's just they just zoomed in on that one part
Yeah,
of it, didn't
right.
they? And just took it from the Infinifilm version.
pretty much.
And look at how, I mean, that's just a piss poor design, dude. Okay, they've got that going on. They've got the little disco style, retro thing going on with the logo. They've got the claw marks on there. And it looks like there's 5 claw marks on it, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
There's only 4 claws.
And someone mentioned it's on the wrong hand,
Yeah.
right? Because he's
Right.
left-handed.
Right.
Is on the right.
It's just, there's too much going on, man. Any fan that has any Photoshop skills at all could have kicked the shit out of this.
Yeah, they made this in about 5 minutes. There's no doubt.
So
With
weird.
what's
They
online,
just don't
I
care.
mean, hell, they could use stuff that's already online and make something way better than this.
But this is stuff like that was back in the day when first DVDs, like that Friday the 13th set with the most lazy covers, was just Jason with a thumb up his butt in the woods or something. It just
That'd be a killer cover.
you
Jason just thumb up his ass in the woods.
any amount of 5 minutes of research to these different companies would tell you what people are into now. Is it pure laziness? Is it to save? I don't know how it would save money. Maybe it would, or is it just what is the sincere reason as to why they would do stuff like this? Is it just sincere laziness or just ineptitude?
I think that they just believe that it doesn't matter. I mean, because to mainstream people that are buying that, if there is any mainstream people buying physical media anymore, really, I mean, they wouldn't give a shit what the cover looked like. But your collectors and stuff like that would be the ones that care. So I'm
Well-
guessing Warner Brothers just thinks
Yeah, well, that's why they slapped that. What does it say? Limited edition at the top left-hand corner there.
yeah.
They know that's a trigger for a lot of collectors, and I mean, come on, this thing is going to get reprinted. Let's say it does sell out, it'll be reprinted. How many times has Sony reprinted
Oh,
those
man, that's what
so-called
I'm
limited
saying.
edition steelbooks?
Yeah.
Almost nothing region 1 is limited for the most part.
A lot of people are talking about the box set, right? Dude, do you really want a box set from Warner Brothers? They're going to do. They'll do an exact copy of that one that they did on Blu-ray, but just on 4K. That'll be
Yeah.
what it is, unless they license it out. Which that's.
I don't
who
think they're going to do
knows-
that.
Who knows if that'll be a big. Yeah, it's a big if that happens. If not, it's going to be another thrown together little bundle pack. It's got 2 movies on one disc, or they may even do with the 4K 3 movies per disc or something like that because they're lazy and cheap motherfuckers. I'm not buying it. Even if it was one of those $10 Black Friday deals, I probably wouldn't get it. It's just, who cares? I'll take a digital code from somebody and I'll watch the transfer that way.
Yeah, Ben Davis brings up a good point too. Nightmare on Elm Street may have the best horror movie poster, and they go with this shit. They could have just like used the
I wonder if
actual poster.
if they have to pay the artist again if they use it for. You wouldn't think.
You could find someone on the street and pay them $20, and they could, for the love of the game, do a better
Right.
job than this.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
That's a sincere, like, in seriousness, you could do that.
I agree.
So that's all a big mess. But some of the other stuff though that came out too, because there was a ton of stuff.
Yeah. Lots of stuff from Umbrella too.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
I
what
was
I
a-
was going to bring up too.
I was very impressed with their
There's one in there.
announcements. All the rings coming at them.
No.
Get it.
Get away.
I'm laughing because earlier I was looking through for an upcoming video, like what
Is
movies
that-
are coming out, and it's the most random stuff like Ring Shark. And they had the ring text
Was
and like
that Air America in 4K?
Yeah. Yeah, it was. I don't know who's buying
What?
that, but yeah.
next to your Navy
That's an
SEALs.
overseas. Yeah, that's an overseas thing. You know, I was thinking, did Matt would probably know this? Did Iron Eagle ever come out on Blu-ray?
No, never.
What's
Never
the deal
did
with
stay
that?
on
That's
Blu-ray.
weird.
Don't know. Iron Eagle 3's on Blu-ray for some, but not the first one.
Y'all gonna get this?
Fuck
No.
no.
Why not?
Well, I would get that ahead of the Scream Factory one that they did. If I had to choose, I would rather give Paramount money than Scheme Factory.
Got to choose.
True, but I don't need that.
That fucking
If they were really smart, they would have done a VHS of it.
Uh-huh. They kind of
Yeah.
Mm.
version of that. This one, I don't know, man. So Arrow is releasing a bunch of stuff. I'll just go ahead and preface.
J
by saying-
Horror Rising.
Yeah, so we'll do this one first because this is a big one for a lot of people. The 4K Arrow's releasing of The Exorcist 3. And I mean, it looks pretty killer. I love that movie.
Mhm.
I don't know, like, if I'm going to buy that or not, but of a lot of that Arrow stuff, and maybe even including Trick or Treat, that would be the one I would buy.
Yeah, I mean,
I just heard
that's-
people that. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was gonna say that's solid looking artwork. I mean, I don't mind that, but like, I just hate that damn logo, the rating sticker at the bottom,
Yeah.
which
I
is
wonder-
it's
Oh, yeah.
fucking stupid because it's on the back of the box as well. Why do you need it on the front and the back?
You got
I
to make
wonder
sure
why they
everybody's safe,
can't-
Mark. People can't be watching horror films this day and age unless they're over 15. Now, fuck.
So there's not any rental shops left. I don't know why they can't just put the sticker on the damn cellophane or something and you can just take it off.
Mm.
It's not really even a sticker though. It's like actually on the fucking slipcover. Whereas the HDR thing is a sticker that's on the cellophane. It makes no fucking sense.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Or even like Umbrella, like I got the Mario Brothers one. It's not on the box that I saw, and then on the thing, you just flip it over, and then the rating is gone.
Mhm.
So like you could have it on the one in the inside, and just have it where you reversible slip.
That's right.
and
Yeah, I
Yeah, they-
forgot about that. They
Just do it that way.
But with the slip cover, you can't really do that. But there's a way
Right.
around. I mean, there must be some sort of legality why they can't put it on the cellophane. That's the only thing that I can figure out.
So this one, I don't know any of these movies, but like
We reviewed one
People-
of those movies.
back in the day.
Yeah.
So the J Horror Rising collection from Arrow, and I actually
Mhm.
wrote down.
Oh
like,
man, I
what all
thought
damn movies were in it.
that said the shit mouth woman on there.
It does. It does.
The one I think we reviewed was called Noroi the Curse. You remember that one? I think that was a Tartan Asia Extreme.
Oh yeah,
release.
that was back. Yeah, that was a long time ago. So I don't know. how
I've
many
got the
people-
names of the movies here if you want to,
Yeah, go ahead.
because I don't think you can see it from the picture. But Shikoku from 1999. Shikoku!
Gesundheit.
Isola Multiple Personality Girl from 2000.
That's one of my favorites.
Persona, aka Kamen Gakun from 2000. Inugami from
Of course.
2001. St. John's Wort, aka Otogarusu. Otogarusu.
I love to hear you fucking pronounce this stuff.
2001. Noroi the Curse from 2005. And Carved the Shitmouth Woman. No, it's Slit Mouth Woman from 2007.
That's much better.
Who's excited about that?
Sounds better, to be honest.
I'm
Look
not
at
big
you.
into the J horror
Shit mouth
stuff,
girl.
but dude, like that's a beautiful set. Look at that set. Like Arrow does it right. Even I mean, it's shit. I don't know what it is, but look at the lengths that Arrow goes for all these J horror movies that most people don't even know what the hell it is.
Listen, I'm hoping to get it. I'm the Asian sensation right now. Like I'm going all the way like into
Oh, good man.
no. I'm really like trying to watch as many Asian films as I can that I've never seen again, and praying that it's not the same thing that it was 10, 15 years ago when we got all those Tartan movies.
Shikoku. Hey.
Go.
Yeah, well, why I won't buy the set, I appreciate at least I see effort. Even though these are movies I don't care about, never seen, I can see the effort. I can appreciate it, and that's why Arrow's been in business for a while. Like I said,
Yep.
compared to Warner Brothers, I mean, it's people that just got a job, and it's like, okay, did the check clear? All right, just go through it. Who cares? Who gives a shit? You know, that type of mentality. Really.
Like you, I mean, you can just look at this box set and tell like that these people give a shit about what they're doing. And like, unlike Warner Brothers, like they could have
Mhm.
easily slapped a bunch of like faces from the movie or
Well,
something
they-
on it. You know,
These are fairly priced too. Most of the time, Arrow stuff is not like. Remember the big, the Empire of Scream set? That was not that expensive
Yep.
of a set, and there was like what 5 movies
Mm.
in it. You know, and even the
yeah.
that Hellraiser set wasn't bad. The Psycho set was pretty fairly priced.
Well, that's speaking of which, somebody's going to have to explain this shit to me because I'm still trying to figure out. Is this just a port of like the UK version that they're releasing now? Like this new Hellraiser?
It looks
Say it.
exactly the same as the one that we've got.
Like what the fuck?
Yeah.
I'm still trying to figure this out.
Did the previous one go out of print?
Well, the previous one was only in the UK, so this one is for the
Okay.
US. That's the only thing
okay.
that I can figure out. I mean, I don't understand why they wouldn't try to release them both at the same time. Maybe the rights were held up a little bit longer in the US, or I don't know. But it's like if somebody
Had to
doesn't
too
have
busy
that,
doing
that's
had to deal with that remake first.
oh god.
Oh god.
Wash the taste out of people's mouths with the remake. Let's wait to release this because if it release around the remake, people are like, I won't buy this.
That's
The
probably
mistake of the
true.
remake.
But
They're probably like, God damn, let's cleanse the palate of that piece of crap.
if there's anybody that does not have this set, amazing. It's one of the best releases in last year, I think.
Oh yeah.
So a lot of people are saying that it's the only thing that's different is it's a U.S. release with the Paramount logo. So,
Hmm.
congratulations, you get the Paramount logo.
All right. That's what I
Wow.
always wanted.
All right. So there's that from Arrow, and then this is the one everybody's creaming their jeans about, though, for sure. Trick or Treat, some bitch.
Trick or treat.
Mm.
I'm just gonna be honest with you, like I'm burnt out on Trick or Treat. I don't
You
give
trick
a
or treated
fuck.
out.
I just do not. Like I know there's gonna be 50 people that we know doing a video about this whenever it comes out. Like, but I just do not care.
Well, I mean, my wife, this is like one of her favorites, so we'll definitely be getting this. But like, I'm almost like you. Like, we need a new Trick or Treat movie, right? How many times can you fucking watch this? And there's all this merchandise and shit out, and they need to get with the damn program, boys, and do a sequel.
You know what? It's becoming to me now. It's almost like a Christmas story. Like, because every year it's on and like around the same, and you see it so
Mhm.
many times that you're just like, I don't ever even want to see this movie. I don't want to see anybody like talk about it.
Yeah, I'm burnt out, man. Like I don't even. I mean, if I did get the 4K, I'm not even sure how much I'd watch it.
I will say this though, the movie is beautifully made. So if
Oh,
the
yeah.
4K is, if it's a good 4K, it'll pop. I guarantee you.
Well, if you
The
compare it
other-
to Christmas Story, maybe you should not make a sequel because they did it for Christmas
yeah,
Story.
yeah, that's true. It's a good point.
Yeah.
A lot of people are now ragging on Michael Felster for not having to pre-order for the other Trick or Treat yet. Like, I've got to
Oh,
imagine
man.
that he will. I mean, there's no way he can't at this point. Like, his whole shit is
think
hanging
he's-
online here.
I think he's got to at least get the pre-order up before Halloween, even if it doesn't come out.
Brother.
And he
got
didn't
to
say
do
when
something.
it was coming out, right?
He just said
He never
before
said that.
Halloween.
But have the pre-order before Halloween yet?
Yeah, at least have the
What would be
pre-order
your
out before
guess?
Halloween.
If you had to guess.
I would say he's got to have a pre-order up by sometime in August. If it's coming out in October,
I think he will.
that pre-order has to be up in August. But it's going to be one of those deals where Synapse, they just put their stuff up and then they sell it. They have it in stock, and so I don't know if it's going to be like that, because it's technically Synapse and Red Shirt Pictures. Whenever they do a limited edition, it's up. You can order it. They're shipping it out.
Yep.
So that could be what they're doing too.
I'm gonna tell you the truth though, man. Like watching these Demons 4Ks here, it's between Blue Underground and Synapse for who releases the best looking 4K. Like I cannot even believe how good this stuff looks. Like it's insane.
Yeah.
I don't know how he does what he does. So I would gladly wait for whatever amount of time
Yeah, Demon.
for him to do that.
The Demons ones are great. If anybody doesn't have those.
But anyway, Trick or Treat, it's got a little book with it. I'm surprised it don't have one of those little lollipop things with it. That would be the obvious choice there.
So real quickly, like, I'm kind of out of the loop, maybe for good reason, because I did not get burnt out on the film. What merchandise have they released so far on this? I'm out of the loop on the whole thing, other than
Everything.
when you guys
For
mentioned it.
Trick or Treat.
Yeah,
in the
Well,
Everything
see,
you can
that's
think
the
of.
problem, man.
good answer.
That's the problem because like Spirit of Halloween picked it up, and then so anything you can think of, blankets,
Okay.
shirts,
Mhm.
figures,
Dolls.
ceramics, cups,
The lollipop.
bowls, lollipop,
Mugs.
candy bar, that fucking candy bar that's in it. Like,
Had either of you three bought any of this or passed on
of
all
course,
of it?
when it
Oh,
first
okay.
came out, yeah.
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 Yeah, I've had
Right
this
by
thing
it.
for years.
I just,
Okay.
I don't know. It's just burnt me out. And like, to be honest with you, like, I don't watch the film every year or anything. It's just, it's
Right.
all what it's like. It's around constant, and people are always talking about
Mhm.
it,
Yeah.
and it's always like on everybody's list of. It's just too much at this point. It really is.
And it's interesting
Mark,
because
yeah.
a lot of people don't know the history of this movie because there's lots of youngsters out there that's into this shit now. Warner Brothers
Yeah.
never released this thing in the theater. So I think it had
Yeah.
like one screening in 2007. The DVD came out in the fall of 2009. And like, I don't even think immediately people like, I just wonder when it started to where everybody started like jumping on the bandwagon and shit. I can't really pinpoint when that was.
It should have been released in theaters. I have no idea why it wasn't.
Saw was the
considering-
only reason I could think of. Like Saw was at the
Mm.
height of its popularity, and nobody wanted to try to compete.
When I saw this one though, I was like really amazed. I think the only version of this movie that I have is the DVD that came with the VHS tape back in the day.
Should have been
Um,
Blu-ray.
Yep. So
I've got the Blu-ray of it.
Me too.
Yeah.
do you have the Blu-ray?
I'm a little torn on this one. Like, I don't know if I need to own 4 copies of this movie.
It's a nice set though. I mean, but I
Yeah,
don't-
it's nice.
If it was
but
4K, I would probably got it.
yeah,
Yeah, that's the weird thing about it is that it is another like Blu-ray. I knew it was out on Blu-ray, so it's odd that they didn't just go ahead and do 4K. But you get a bunch of art cards. Fuck
I'm so
yeah.
tired of our cards.
I know this is one of Rambo's favorite movies. 'Cause he's
Oh yeah.
I was opening. It was fuck, what was that company that did? Was it Imprint that did the Firestarter box set? It had art cards with it,
Mhm.
and I was like, as I was looking through the art cards, I was like, wouldn't it be cool? Because Art Carney was in that movie. If they had an art card of Art Carney,
that would be killer.
I would have had to have done it if it was my company, even if it just entertained me.
I think everybody is kind of like riding on the Ty West train right now with this decision. Even though I love that movie, I do
Me
love
too.
that movie.
I like that they were sticking with the original like art design and everything too. Sometimes like those, especially those companies like Umbrella and Second Sight and everything, they want to do their own updated like artsy fartsy cover, and I mean they kind of did that, but they stuck with the original like art concept.
I do have a question. And I know it's going to be a very dumb question, but looking up and knowing that there's a lot of people that still buy DVD heavily in a surprising amount. Do you think one of these boutique labels will go that direction of making these big special like DVDs? Now that they know so many people still buy DVDs, do you think that will ever be a possibility from any boutique label?
Yeah.
I'm not saying it would sell well. I'm just saying they would maybe try if that's the information out there.
Yeah. Unfortunately, like one of the newer trends that I've seen is people like going back and buying like old DVDs and stuff like that. And it's just,
Oh, really?
I think that could catch on as like a gimmick to do something like that. I mean, they're doing cassette tapes and stuff. Like, there's no reason they wouldn't do DVDs.
Dude, like honestly, for me, and I don't have an OLED TV, so maybe that would change if I got an OLED TV and watched a lot of these old, like lower budget horror movies. They're fine to me on DVD. Like I watched Murder Rock on DVD, and I'm good. I'm like, I'm not going to rebuy Murder Rock, right? Movies like that. So I mean, like, I just miss the time back when around the time we started doing the show, the first 3 or 4 years of the show, where it was not about the fucking like, physical media copy. It was about having the movie on like DVD or whatever. Like that was the big thing. Oh, it's coming out.
It is weird though, isn't it? Like when we really got into the show and everything, we were buying like DVDs and all that. Like none of this kind of collector shit existed. Like there was no like slip cases or people running around like trying to do all the shit, like get these limited edition things. I mean, they existed. Like that's because the Evil Dead and all that stuff existed though at that time in terms of the books of the dead and all that. But like, I don't remember anybody being like, "Oh fuck!" Like we've got to get this immediately, and you know, it's gonna sell out or anything like that. I just don't.
Well, I
remember
do
that
think
mentality.
with the advent of YouTube, you definitely have seen that risen because you guys have
Yeah.
talked about it multiple times. There are multiple channels that bank their entire almost existence on buying every single one of these, reviewing it without having opened the thing sometimes.
Yeah.
And that is a possibility, at least a portion of it. That with
I'll tell you
advent,
what I
Yeah.
hate on YouTube. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but
no, go for it.
nobody reviews. Here's the one thing, man, and I will put Matt over all day. You fucking review movies. Like it's not. I'm gonna showcase this fucking physical media copy and like show you how
Oh.
shiny it is in the slip cover and everything. that is good for a review in today's YouTube. And
Oh,
I just can't go for that shit. I'm sorry.
Like Hall & Oates.
Or
You
you're-
can't go for that.
I
No can
can't
do.
go for that. No can
Yeah.
do.
I think I've talked so much about them fucking people that I can't talk about it anymore.
How is this set up though? So there's a regular slip cover that
it's
goes.
it's
over
vertical. Oh, you mean how's it set up in terms of the?
So you've got a regular slip cover that the case goes in.
Yeah.
And then you've got two different posters, a little book, some Art Carney cards, and
It's gonna be his
it
new
all-
gimmick.
it all goes in the
Yeah.
the big hard box. I guarantee it's hard.
It's harder than rock.
Oh, yeah.
It looks suspiciously like when Arrow does boxes like that. I think that's probably what they're copying here with the little poster
Oh,
and the
yeah.
art cards and the little book and all that stuff. Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know about that one. Like
Umbrella
somebody was
stuff
saying,
is-
like,
they're high.
Yeah.
Dollar.
so let's see. There's a ton of other stuff to get to too. This one I know that CK's getting immediately.
Oh man.
Oh yeah.
Look here. Also from Umbrella is the Full Moon Fright Box Volume 1. With all that shit in it. Look
With
at that.
every doll man and demonic toy movie imaginable.
Yep.
God.
If you don't get that, I don't know
I'm
what
a-
to say anymore.
I'm a Doll Man fan. Even I wouldn't buy this. That looks like
That's
a
a-
mess. Just randomness.
Somewhere there's somebody like Crater who like Doll Man or Demonic Toys is like his
Buddy.
favorite film, and they're gonna fucking mark out over his shit. I guarantee it.
Yeah.
So let's
I-
see what do
At
you
least
get in
At
this?
least the discs are, at least
Oh,
the discs are color coded. There you go. For your
How
pleasure.
many- I don't know a lot about the demonic toys or the doll man movies, to be honest.
I don't either. Who gives a shit about all that stuff? A 48-page book with behind the scenes stuff, a custom rigid case artwork. It's rigid. Each
many-
title comes
I
with
love-
its own slipcase. 4
I'll
posters
stick it for
stand
Doll
up.
Man. I like Doll Man, man. Come on. It's a Dirty Harry ripoff, but he's like inch tall, but he has a gun that blows like the biggest holes because for some reason he's the biggest cannon in the universe. And-
I'll be honest with you. I don't
Tim
even have that much
Thomerson.
of a problem with Doll Man. I just have a problem with fucking Full Moon. Like,
Well,
Look at that picture of Charles Band. Like, how many
Yeah.
decades has he reused that same photo?
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
That's like a photo from like 1990 or something.
but I do what you
So-
mean about Full Moon. I saw that they're doing like there's a remastered version of Ginger Dead Man for all
Oh, you
two
gotta
people
get
that
that.
needed
you look,
a remastered
that-
version
is that a
of the
4K?
gingerbread Ginger
It should
Dead
be.
Man.
I think it is a 4K.
Gary Busey's psychotic. Fuck it.
You think that something like this will sell well, though? I mean, are they going to
No.
offer it at a? It depends on, because umbrella stuff is pretty pricey usually, isn't it?
Very pricey. So
Yeah.
just one set, one movie, it's about $70 if you get the limited edition.
No.
And
Yeah, no, that ain't gonna happen.
No, now.
As a fan of the film, I would not even buy it. So I don't think it's gonna. People don't wait for a sale at best for the few.
Are we going to buy the Doll Man Demonic Toys set Dio?
That's right. Here's one that you marked out for, though. Eyes Without a Face,
Oh yeah,
the special 4K.
Leon Sans Visage.
And this is another one from Umbrella, which will be a damn fortune. But this movie is actually really good.
Are they going to have the U.S. cut of this movie though? That's the question.
Let's see. Let's check, see what they got, if it says
'Cause
anything.
that's
But
very hard to track down. I think I don't know if there was ever an edition of that came out.
well, if they do, then it's not listed over here in the
Blood of the beef, baby.
little section here. Says there's a new audio commentary by writer and academic Kate Ince. That's what you need, is more writers and academics. A new video essay by writer Dr. Lindsay Hallam. Well, who?
Hello, I'm Dr. Lindsay
I do that
Hallam.
shit all the time. Who gives a
Who
fuck?
gives
about
a
it?
shit? Like,
Yeah.
You know, this is a beautifully made movie, though. And black and white movies in 4K, anyway, pop. So I can only imagine. I don't know if I'm going to, save $60-$70 for a box set. I don't know if I could do that.
Yeah.
But this is, I love how they've got this design and everything. Look
Don't
at
forget about the
class.
shipping.
Listen.
Okay.
It's
like 40
$22 or something.
Like 40,
Is it 40? Okay.
Yeah, I want to
30
get
or 40, somewhere around there.
Cousin Butch to hook me up.
No,
Save me
listen.
some money.
You need to watch. You need to watch that video essay because you need to study in a scholarly fashion. So when you do that remake of Hillbillies in a Haunted House, put it on DVD.
Listen, I didn't even know that movie existed. I marked out when I found out that there was a movie called that. We should have done that movie.
Haunted house.
You can. They released a movie called Catnado on DVD. If that can get a DVD about Tornado of Cats, trust me, your remake of Hillbillies on a Haunted House can get a DVD and a
That's
Blu-ray.
true.
I
So-
guarantee it.
So, okay, this box set it says it's only available at the Umbrella web store.
Yeah.
So the standard edition, which I guess is just
Yeah.
the one that's got the little, sticker on it and shit, it's going to be available everywhere else.
So, yeah. You can at least get that one because that we just watched that movie really for a review, which was great.
Yeah, it's up on the YouTube page.
So,
What
this
was-
is the one of the bigger releases from Umbrella too, which is kind of like their answer to some of that Vinegar Syndrome stuff. Ozploitation rarities. So this is like a box set with the 13th floor. Let's see what else in here. Desolation Angels and Cold Symphony. Is that right?
Is that 13th floor movie
Some
it's like an early 80s?
88.
Okay. I think I remember that one.
Coda, sorry, is the other movie that's in here.
Yeah, my wife freaked out one time when I was like, "You ever notice there's never a 13th floor?" She had never noticed that before, ever. Like you're kidding. And I was like, "Well, remind me next time we go in the elevator and look and see it. There's always, it skips the 13th floor."
Go on, turn your Outback Jack.
Whoa!
So have
I've-
any of you three seen any of these movies?
I was just going to say I've never seen a single one of these movies, but
13th floor, yeah. That's the only one, though.
My favorite Aussie movie was it has Rachel
Osborne?
Wood in it. Whoa, Rachel Ward.
Hello,
It's nobody hardly knows what this movie is because I don't think it's had it may have had a DVD release. It's called The Fortress from 1985. It was I think HBO was the only company that distributed it in the U.S. and it was only on HBO. But that was an Aussie movie. It's pretty good. They kidnapped Rachel Ward and all of her students in class. Take
Well, you know, cousin Luke.
underground in outback Australia.
Yay! Yeah. Anyway,
I swear I haven't drunk anything tonight.
The gummies taking over.
naturally, how you?
Yeah, they may be a little bit, but I'm good for at least the next 15, 20 minutes, maybe.
So I'm gonna be honest. I won't be buying this. Just don't
No.
be interested.
I'm good on that one.
But I'm sure there are some people that will.
Go back up, UB. Was there?
Don't tell me what to do, Mark. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
One more.
All right.
Uh,
Time crimes.
yeah, that's what I thought that was when you were scrolling by it.
Yeah, I was trying to get by it without you noticing. I was like, I don't want to talk about this fucking movie. I know you'd make me do it, though.
It's a film by the Nacho Man, yeah.
That's right.
Nacho Vizolando,
That's such a weird choice for like a color scheme. I don't get that. But
Yep. It's pink.
whatever.
I don't know why.
Pink and Black
But-
Attack, both.
Maybe that's what they're going for.
Maybe-
The Hart Foundation.
It was Bret Hart's favorite movie.
Yeah. Gave it a 4 out of 10.
Some people are putting over time crimes.
Time Crimes.
Mm.
Yeah, UB, you got to get with it, man.
Is that another Australian movie? What is? I don't even know what that
No.
is.
I don't want to get with it. No.
It's from 2007. Yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah, I only have the DVD of that one. It's not bad. It's not a bad movie at all.
Mark, do you prefer the Scanner sequels or the Scanner Cop spinoffs? It's a question out of left field.
Very left field. I guess the Scanner Cop spinoffs. The sequels are so bad. So
Yeah, do
bad.
you prefer eating shit or drinking piss?
Which one do you like?
At least the Scanner Cop movies have some fun effects.
This does have a new interview with director Nacho Vigalondo, though, so we're in good shape there.
The Nacho Man.
Yeah, the
That's cream of the crop, fantastic.
Yeah.
I made Tom Cruise, in 2007. Let me tell you something, Hulk Hogan. He's a pussy, yeah. He was supposed to make a cameo with Tom Cruise for the Nacho Man, but that never did happen.
So that's
Be a
Nacho
man, Hogan.
Vigalondo.
One of the few stories that I do love with Hogan was where he was talking about how Macho Man never broke character. Like they go out to breakfast and Macho Man's like, he's like, I want a side of bacon and then I'm going to get the sausage and some pancakes. And it's fucking hilarious.
You imagine living in that character like 24 hours a day? Jesus Christ, that had to be
I could
rough.
totally see him doing it though.
Well, I
I could
remember his brother saying though, where he had talked like that for so long that he couldn't hardly like speak any other way. Like his voice was raspy or
wow.
whatever.
It's kind of like
Yeah.
Scott Hall too. Like he was in that character so long that even when he was out of the character, he still kind of sounded like Razor Ramon. Like he tried to like get rid of it, but he still had that like tinge of it. Macho Man was basically the same when he spoke, even when he wasn't in character. It just still sounded like that.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see what else we got.
But yeah, I probably won't be picking up the Nacho Man's movie.
Cup of coffee, yeah. Sleepy Holler.
Sleepy Holler.
The 25th anniversary 4K is coming out. Who the hell's releasing that now?
Paramount.
That's the same artwork as the last. That's a steelbook, right? Yeah, they
Yep.
already did that. What the hell?
Well, this is the 25th
Yeah, but this-
anniversary.
This is
But this is
different.
limited. This is
Oh
limited.
yeah,
It's
Yeah,
got
this-
the Blu-ray
this-
and the 4K.
that's right.
Different.
Mhm.
It says limited on the thing, so you gotta buy it for that.
So if you read
Yeah.
the comments along the side of it too, it says it's the same source material and everything, same everything about it. It's just a 25th anniversary release. They're like, "Fuck you, give us money, come on."
I like that movie and everything,
wait.
but yeah, I'm
Yeah.
fine with the Blu-ray.
Yeah, it's a good movie. And Mark, you're buying Trick or Treat. Don't tell me no. You bought Cool as Ice for fuck's sake. You're buying Trick or Treat.
He's got a giant German release of Cool as Ice. He's definitely
Well,
buying Trick or Treat.
he's
and I don't hear
waiting to
nothing
see-
You
about
buy
it.
Trick or Treat.
He's waiting to see what one of them German companies have up their sleeve with
Yeah.
Trick or Treat. That's what it is.
He's waiting for a Trick or Treat
Yeah.
that's in a pumpkin mask.
Yeah,
And then
or
you
just
pull
in a
the
pumpkin.
trigger.
Just in a regular pumpkin. Yeah, it rots away, and you can get the 4K out of it.
It's in Sam's Candy Sack.
Yep. Let's see. So I don't own that. I might buy it. Who knows?
What was the transfer like on the 4K? I don't even remember.
It was good.
You would think it would be a good 4K.
Here's the thing. There was some imprint shit on here, and I can't find it now. Because imprint released like a ton of stuff too.
Well, just
Might-
search
All
for-
that blue.
Might be further
Yeah.
down because that was a little while ago when they put all that up. So I don't
See if
know.
it'll let you go on and just photos up at the top. I know you don't have Facebook anymore, so
No, I don't.
click on photos there.
I
Like
don't
a
say
Dawn-
like that Blair Witch that the
Dawn
one
of the
guy immediately
Discs
said,
photos.
"Don't buy it."
Let's
There
see.
They should have.
But the news
these
comes
or-
out for the Blair Witch, and then like 2 days later or less, the one guy's like, "Don't buy
There
it."
it is. Yeah, that's exactly what happened, which I thought was funnier than hell because Vinegar Syndrome did the same thing a couple of times. So here's that story. So, yeah, Imprint is releasing like 1 and 2, like this big kind of like set that they had coming out. And then all of a sudden, this producer comes out of nowhere and he's like, "Listen, don't you buy that shit. That's going to be awful. You're going to buy Second Sight." And then you find out right there that Second Sight's putting out the Blair Witch, which
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest with you, like anybody that says Second Sight is putting out anything, like I'm just like, I'll wait on that. Like just wait on like that
Right.
version.
Second
Mhm.
Sight has anything. I mean, you want to get their version of it.
Oh yeah.
Definitely.
So I feel bad for Imprint though, because they totally got fucking hosed on that. Like they just
What's like? Didn't Umbrella do the Hitcher?
yeah.
Yeah,
Right,
that's right. Yeah.
Yep. And then there was what was the other one that where Vinegar Syndrome pulled that shit too? Aside from Thriller, there was another one too. Where they were like, "Don't buy that." Oh, it was China O'Brien. Like they're like, "Don't buy that fucking version of China O'Brien. We got one coming out."
Right. Well, to be honest, like we reviewed, or Uncle Bill reviewed the China O'Brien from, I think it was Eureka or whatever.
Yeah.
That seemed like a half. I mean, I'm sure the transfers were good and everything, but it's both movies on one disc.
One disc, yeah.
And I don't think it had very many extras or anything on it. I'm sure the Vinegar Syndrome one's probably a little bit better.
Hey, Mark.
Yeah.
Look here.
I was looking at that.
Look here.
Long
at
legs.
I was on eBay and I was looking up posters because I just wanted to get a poster of this movie. And the only posters they had that had like a really good cover that had like the Nicolas Cage, face on the cover. For
Mhm.
some reason, at some event, Oz Perkins had signed a bunch of them. And those fucking posters were going for like $300-400. Like you couldn't touch one of them for like less than $300 or $400. I was,
Dude,
Jesus Christ,
fuck.
man.
I don't want to change the subject here, but wasn't Anthony Perkins gay?
I don't think
Yes,
so.
he was.
Was he?
He
really?
was gay.
I thought that
But
was a
what
rumor.
the fuck
Yes,
does that have to do with anything?
He's got kids. He's got.
All
he's
right,
got
I'll
a
see y'all
couple
He
later.
changed his
I'm
mind
fucking-
later. I don't know.
I'm
He's
out.
got kids.
Or did he just-
knows how
did
to
he-
use them?
Did he change teams mid-life? Do you have a midlife thing where he just jump sides or what?
Oh god.
Yeah, that happens a lot. Like some
Okay.
people, like from what I understand, like he has stuff like hidden for a while, he thought that was a time when
Uncle
it was
Bill,
a lot more
what
dangerous
the
to come
fuck,
out.
buddy? It wasn't that bad. Hell, you can't say something like that. Fuck
Really?
everybody.
Did
if
he
they're
switch teams? That's what you want to fucking say in the middle of all this?
offended. Hell,
Oh God.
Well, Perkins, Oz Perkins, Anthony Perkins is all about Perkins. So they go to the lunch at
Perkins
Perkins.
Diner.
I mean,
That's true. Anyway,
is Perkins even a thing?
You
Why
want
not change
me
the
to make
subject
you a
more?
toasted cheese sandwich, Uncle Bill?
toasted cheese. So I'm looking forward to getting that. Right now
Depends
it's
if
like
you don't fart on it this
$40.
time.
Daddy long leg, baby.
Just don't
Well,
fart on the sandwich. And
You'll
I'll
get an
have it
evening with
toasted
Kevin
sandwich.
Smith on Blue Rebels.
Here we
Gotta
go.
see it in
Here's
HD.
the fucking imprint shit I was looking for. Okay. So there's a bunch of stuff coming out from them. The Suspiria remake
Hmm.
and this giant box set shit here.
Yeah, I kind of like that, actually. I don't know if we've ever reviewed that on the show or anything, but
Hmm.
that's not a bad movie.
Another Mia Goth joint.
Yeah, she was in that.
I like
Mhm.
fucking Dakota Johnson, too, man. You talk about somebody that's
Mhm.
nice to look at. Yeah.
She fucked herself over though. That Madam Web shit. That'll be
Well,
the end of her career right
I'll
there.
forgive her. She's just got to get naked in the next movie she's in.
That's the solution. Let's
I
see.
liked her mom back in the day, too, man.
You know who else is in that movie that freaks me the fuck out? It's Tilda Swinton. Like, what in the hell's going on with Tilda Swinton, by the way? She is just disturbing.
Did you know that she also was the old man in that movie, too?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wow.
She's just another one that she's like an older version of Mia Goth. She's just creepy, fucking, just naturally creepy person. in everything.
That's 2 paychecks. She played 2 roles in the movie.
That's just so weird.
That's how it works at SAG. You get paid twice if you play 2 roles.
Yeah. So that's a 2, what is a big box set. It's got the 4K, 2 Blu-rays, some Art Carney cards. Gotta have that. Come
I
on.
can't believe you're going to fucking use that as a gimmick. Hold on. So then they got, here's their Blair Witch collection, which will now never sell anything.
Well, I mean, he said that Blair Witch 2 was not going to be in their set. So people will want it for that.
Will that many people
If you
want
want
Blair Witch?
part
I mean,
two.
I like that movie.
Oddly enough, I like part 2. I don't know what it is about it, but
Well, you guys can have
Kinda dig
it. I guess.
Man.
They're into the
Hey,
secret
shut up,
of
yeah.
Ursiver or whatever the hell it is.
Yeah.
I do like that the third one was so bad they decided not to include it in here. The 2016 Blair Witch. They're like, we can't include that, and this is too.
Maybe they included it as
Too
an
bad.
Easter egg. It's in like a paper sleeve. There you go.
Is that sponsored by Blade? Disgusting, like that movie. It's like this is a game
That's-
changer.
Oh man,
They said that.
that's
That's a real thing.
terrible.
I don't want to hear nothing about nothing being a game changer from them.
I'm glad though that Blair Witch is getting a little bit of love.
Yeah.
Been
been
a
25
while.
years.
So yeah, it's the Carter's mentioned it's the director's cut that they're saying is on the second side, never before seen cut of apparently the film of how it should have been seen from what that's saying.
Whatever.
So that's like the
what-
producer's cut of Halloween 6.
That's
how
what
it
they
should have
all
been
say.
seen.
And every director's cut and producer's cut is fucking shitty. Really, I mean most of them that I can recall.
But I thought
They're all good.
it wasn't a cut, like new footage. It was just the way it's framed, like the picture quality. So I don't know. Would that really be considered a cut?
Look,
I
it's
thought it was
the
just
way it's
the way it
supposed
was
to be
framed.
seen, man. We weren't supposed to see that other
It's
piece
a
of shit
found footage
version. We're
movie.
supposed to see
You can only
this.
see it a certain amount of way. It's crap video camera.
Well, and the
It's either crappy or live. It's still video cameras. It's not going to be much
No, this
different.
is they got a better VH.
well, didn't the
It's
Blu-ray
scary.
have like a? It went in a window box cut. They said that they had that looked like it was square, but it was like a. I don't know. I can't describe it.
This one they filmed on a Sony PlayStation 1, just so you know.
I gotcha. Love PlayStation 1, so I'll get it.
Then you've got, I don't know why the hell they released Death Valley again. That's been released
That
on
fucking
fucking
kid on the cover.
Scream Factory released that
It's
forever
Ralphie,
ago.
man.
Yeah, speak your
Uh,
Christmas story.
Is that a slasher movie? I don't even really remember what that movie's
I don't
about.
know what it is, honestly. I've
It's
got it in
supposed
there.
to be, yeah.
It's kind of, but there's really no gore, so it's a lot more of a slow-paced
Isn't,
mystery.
Hmm.
What's her name in that too? Is the mom?
Catherine Harris
Yeah.
on Child's Play. Yeah, she's the mom in this.
So fuck that shit.
Death Valley.
Here we go. Here's one everybody will love. Roman
Polanski.
Polanski box set. For all you
Yeah, I'll
diddlers.
pass.
Oh, y'all are
I have
fan of
Ninth Gate
diddling.
on Blu-ray, but yeah, I'm not getting that.
I'm proud of my farts, but I still don't like smelling them, so I'm not getting it.
That's a shame.
I'll pass.
So this has what the Ninth Gate, Wanted and Desired, which is there's also some sort of documentary. Death and the Maiden and Bitter Moon. Fuck.
Wasn't the Ninth Gate like that movie where Johnny Depp was smoking those brown cigarettes
Yes.
the entire time? Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's all you remember about it. That's all that's really needs to be remembered about it. The Antichrist, which there's been 15 different movies called this, but this is the one from the
That's the one that's got
70s,
titties
I
on
think?
it, Uncle Bill. Take it
Yeah.
off there.
Oh no! God, I didn't see them.
Look, there's some,
Oh, we can't do that now.
there's some
No
nipples
way.
going on there.
I've lost control here. This movie right here, I've got from Screen. This is an awesome movie that nobody ever talks about.
That's a
But-
killer Stevie Wonder song too.
Yeah, it is. I don't know which is better, the movie or Stevie Wonder. It's a supernatural slasher film with
Mhm.
some great gore effects in it. So
With a witch as the slasher, right? Yeah,
it's really good.
it is. I don't think I'll get it though. I have the old Anchor Bay DVD and the Scream Factory Blu-ray, so I'm good.
I don't think I have that on anything.
Well, buy it now.
Definitely worth checking out, CK. I think you dig that one.
I watched
That
Uncle
might
Bill.
be a good one for that. It is technically like a slasher film. It's got
did,
like
we're doing the Slayer this week coming up, and I watched that for the first time recently. Have you seen that one, Mark?
Yeah, yeah. I've seen the Slayer.
I was kind of intrigued. I mean, I don't want to talk too much about it, but like I'd never heard anything about it. I didn't know. I guess the VHS was like almost impossible to find,
Mhm.
and not too many people had seen it up to that point. But yeah, I thought it was kind of interesting.
Yeah, I think that was that Arrow that put it out?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that
Somebody's-
was one people wanted for a while.
Jeff Foxworthy's in it. We'll talk about that.
dude, some of these comments, people are killing me. This chat. So Superstition, though, I definitely recommend that. I think it may still be in print from Screen Factory too, so I don't know.
Now, just keep in mind, all of this shit was announced in this last
Yeah.
week.
That's crazy.
And let's see, I think that's about it.
Below
In
the
terms
Belt, Bulls. That's
Below the
a
Belt,
women's
yep.
wrestling movie.
It is.
With a commentary by Dave Meltzer, so
Oh,
there's gonna be a lot of
Yeah,
stuff
I
wrong
remember
with that
seeing
commentary.
I have never ever heard of that movie before.
Fucking Dave Meltzer.
Why
Well,
the
good-
fuck is he
I-
still even like a name?
They
Like,
got
why
a
do
good
people
shot of that
call him
woman's
that?
crotch in that cover. Look at that.
Yep. They really want you to
Zoom in on
focus
it.
Yeah,
on
baby.
that.
You remember like ladies wrestling back then? They all wore fucking just like bathing suits. This is what they wrestled in.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this is another one. I forgot about this one. Let's see if I can find it because this is a killer set. Where's that at? It's got to be in here somewhere. There it is. The Body Double 4K that's coming out.
We'll be picking that up for sure.
So that is one of the few like
Who's
De Palma
doing that?
films that
Oh,
are
that's
not
in the
on
UK.
4K. Yeah.
See, they don't have any stickers on it. Or no, that's a US.
That's US. Yeah, it's not 4K or
Okay.
it's not UK 4K.
Right.
Let's see. Who the fuck is putting that out? I wonder.
Looks like a Sony logo maybe on the side. Can't tell.
Yeah.
That's fine. That's another
no.
good company, but at least they have the right cover on it. Unlike Elm Street, Warner Brothers.
I just can't get over the Elm Street thing, though, man. Like, god damn, boys. I don't know if
Listen,
they could have blundered it anymore. Really,
I'm gonna need you to get over it immediately.
I can't. I think I can do it.
Hold on. Let me show you this again. This clip. He's the man of your fucking dreams. Fuck you.
They should have put that on top of the man of your dreams is back.
Look at the comment on the right.
It's like, it's a dumb, it's a dumb cover, and I wish it was a full box set instead of just the first movie. Though I'm pretty sure they'll eventually re-release it, but I'm going to buy it.
But I'm buying it anyway.
Yeah, that's a
See if
exactly
you
how
can go through the
people
comments,
think.
though. I think there's fan versions of the cover that they've done, and they're all better than that.
Oh yeah, that's true over here on the right. Let's see. Yeah, well, somebody just got the original poster,
Right?
which would have been fine. That would have
Yeah,
been
how
killer.
easy would that have been?
And then somebody's got this, which I used to have as a screensaver on my computer.
I
That's
have that
fine.
poster.
Yeah, I think that's
I
the
love that.
UK artwork or whatever,
It
the
is.
quad poster.
Hmm.
So let's see. And then you got people like this. Here we go. Let's cry about worrying if we're going to keep getting physical copies of movies and upgrades of classics, then cry that we don't like the cover. Art that is hidden from view in 99.9% of collections sitting on the shelf. So that's what I'm saying. Like, those are the two versions of people that you got.
Well,
Fuck
Yeah.
that guy.
Well, it's always the same arguments. It's like the same fucking people just back and forth with the same.
he
one
probably
argument.
enjoys getting kicked in the balls or something, so he needs to shut up.
He's a purist. He's a purist, buddy. That's what he does. He's
Click
out
on
there
that
for the movie.
209 over there and see what pops up. Or it let you click on it.
What are you talking about? 209 Rey
The
Mysterio.
209, yeah. It should post all of the comments and click on it.
Do we need to see all the fucking comments?
I'm just curious if anybody posted like fan art of it.
Look here, I can't do it because I ain't on there. God damn it! You want to buy Air America though before we carry on?
Why
It's in
not?
4K.
It's in 4K and it's a Roger Spottiswoode film. Of course. it
Let's
is.
see if there's anything else interesting in here. I mean, I love an
I
evening
saw-
with Kevin Smith, but like,
You
I
gotta
don't
have
need
it.
a Blu-ray of it.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
fine with the
HD.
DVD.
How many
Uh,
times
I saw that
did you
Hush
actually
was on
watch
there.
that? Anyway. Hush.
Where's Hush? I didn't even see that.
Scroll. Was it up more? Yeah, it was on the right. Can't remember if it was up or down.
Because that's a Flanagan joint, and I would probably buy that.
Yeah, I remember reading an article about
Yeah, more down.
him trying
there.
to get all of his stuff on off Netflix and onto physical media. And then they took Hush off of the streaming platform and you couldn't get it. So at least they're doing this. I mean,
So this is Shout Studios. Let's see. Coming back to
Yeah, that says
digital
digital.
HD.
it's gonna, I think I saw something about it get a physical as well at some point. But
It's a
the
great-
digital is like to drum up interest, I guess.
I
Yeah,
saw
it's a
there was
great movie.
another Goonies steelbook coming out.
Yeah,
You seen this?
that looks cool.
The covers and specs of it and everything. Hold on. I was going to ask you about this anyway.
I think it's the same thing. It's just in a
Yep.
different.
Where did I see that? I
I
saw it
think
a
it
little
would
while ago.
scroll up.
There's Trick or Treat that we'll never see.
Jack-o'-lantern.
I got that for $10. I got the Blu-ray for that one. $10
Massacre
on that
Video,
store.
yeah, they've got a sale going right now, like $6 DVDs and $10, $12
Where the
Blu-rays.
fuck is it? Where? There it is.
Right there it is.
Look at that. It's got the goddamn blurred shit on it.
Anything new? Hell no.
I hate to say it, that cover's kind of ugly too, in my
Yeah, I don't really
opinion.
like it.
Mhm.
Looks
It's
like
like
a
a
turd
big
or something.
turd with eyes.
Yeah.
Buddy, that's
You want a turd
Zabby's
without
special
green eyes?
edition. You can't talk shit about Zabby.
But what's special about it?
I mean,
It's limited.
it's Zabby. You can't. How dare you? Let's see.
Wasn't the Goonies already have a steelbook?
Yeah,
Or is this the first time?
I think I've got 3 different steelbooks. I
Okay.
think I've got 2 Blu-ray steelbooks and I've got a 4K steelbook.
You got the
Jesus.
Titans of Cult version.
I have no idea.
That's the best artwork to me.
Ask y'all a question though. Who saw her die? I need to
That's the
know.
question. George
I don't know.
Lazenby is in Aldo Lado's Who Saw Her Die. Blame me.
It was Corey
Strange.
Feldman. He sees a lot of things.
Well, Corey Feldman has lost his damn mind at this
He's the
point.
comeback kid. Remember that.
That song.
He needs to go away.
He needs, yeah. That poor little feller. I swear to God.
Poor
He needs a
little
hug or
feller.
something. He needs a hug. Something's wrong with him. He's
Oh.
also now charging like $250 for an autograph. So if you're
Yeah,
just
he definitely
insane,
needs something.
Yep.
He's a good kick in the ass is what he needs.
you can buy that.
Who Saw Her Die?
Let's see. Yeah, I mean that's the majority of the ones that I
I got
remember being.
a big Superman 4K box set coming out.
Look
I
here.
bet that's like $500.
So 5 film collection: 1, 2, 2 the Donner cut, 3, 4, all on 4K.
Okay, so it's the Christopher Reeve
Yeah.
set.
Mhm.
$64.99. That's not
Oh,
bad.
that must be the like a regular case set because they did like the Steelbook one a while ago, I think.
Yeah, this is down to $64 right now on Amazon according to this. So
Mm.
That's not a bad price.
no, not for that. And then you can get Twisters, motherfucker.
They got the Spaniard Vampire Collection too from Powerhouse Films.
What's the Spaniard Vampire Collection?
Click up there. You see that Spanish vampire up there? El
Vampires.
Vampiro.
Oh yeah, from
Yeah,
Indicator.
They have 2 blood-sucking tales from Mexico, baby, that you have to check out here.
Let me speak on this, Holmes. The vampire and the vampire's coffin, man. Yeah. Now fucking toss my salad and peel my potato, man.
El Vampiro, starring Fernando Mendez, 1957.
Visiting American, we go to nice school and get a B.
So Fernando Mendez was like the Mexican Bela Lugosi, evidently.
Yeah, that was exactly. Graham.
So have you seen?
How's that movie not been made?
That'd be killer.
Grampire.
Well, that's what they should have called my grandpa's a vampire.
Yep.
Grandpa.
That's true.
Oh my god.
So have you seen these movies? Any of you three?
No.
These
no.
movies? No.
No,
Okay.
nobody
No.
has.
Mhm.
Okay.
Now this one I thought
Yeah,
was pretty funny because I remember this one. You remember Link
Mm-hmm.
from back in
I
the day
do.
with Elizabeth Shue?
Yeah.
Another one of those
Richard
monkeys.
Really
Pryor
not-
joint.
Yep.
I remember seeing the trailer on like the Back to School Roddy Dangerfield VHS. So I watched that.
Yep.
So I would always see this trailer. And guy who directed Road Games directed it.
Kino's putting this one.
I'm,
out. I can't believe that.
I'm more into
Yeah.
Shakma, just how insane that movie is. Shakma.
Shock
Yeah,
me is
Shock
insane.
Like-
is fun.
You could
yeah.
almost do a whole show on like monkey movies of the 80s.
That would be a cool show, just like on Killer Monkey movies. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, this-
there was just a ton of. What was the fascination with monkeys and gorillas and shit in the 80s? I don't know.
I don't know.
Project
was
X
it
was
that-
another one.
Yep. Project X was great.
Yeah.
Monkey
I mean, it's
Shines,
that
of
Killer
course.
Monkey film, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gorilla than the myth, baby.
Oh shit! I
True,
accidentally
yeah.
clicked off all that shit.
Everybody
That's my
remember Gorilla-
bad.
Gorillas in the Mist. I remember when I was a kid, like Gorillas in the Mist was huge when it came out. People were like, and I was thinking that Sigourney Weaver got eaten by a gorilla.
What?
Like it seemed like one of those movies where she was going to get like killed or something at the end of it.
Oh God.
But no,
Didn't
Did
she?
you-
But I don't think it was a gorilla. It was. I
She
thought
got-
she died there, but I don't think it was. I don't think she got eaten by a gorilla.
She did. She got eaten by a monkey in that movie.
she got eaten by a spider monkey.
Goddamn spider monkeys. Did you hear, by the way, Mark, that they're doing a sequel to this film already?
I did.
Yep.
That's not surprising.
It's already coming.
Hmm.
I look forward to it, but I know I'm one of the few. It does have a lot of issues. The last 10 minutes are god awful, but I did like
seen
it for
it.
what it was. But it's a tough sell, and I don't know how to do it without spoiling it. But it could be very slow and boring.
It was
But-
the directorial debut of Kevin Nash's son, Chris.
Oh wow! Right.
This is a good question. Didn't Felcher speak about this? He spoke on this,
Let me
didn't
speak on this.
he?
He'll
The Hilsa box set. It's
They're
coming.
working on it. Yeah. I swear to God, if they don't use our interview for that fucking box set, I'm gonna cuss him out on the next show after.
That may
Motherfucker.
kill it. Piece of trash. What the hell is this?
There's another damn tramp trimmer set. Why would anybody?
That's a
All you-
glow in the dark steelbook. You can't beat that. That glows in the dark.
Jeez.
All
How-
you need is the arrow video of the first two. That's all
Yeah,
you need. You don't need.
That's all I
this.
have. I don't
I
give a
was
shit about the rest of those.
the
Limited
sec-
edition.
The second one in 4K, I could not believe how great that looked in 4K. I was like, wow.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, Felcher did say that that's the kickboxer that's out at Walmart right now is not the kickboxer that they were talking about. There's still a 4K of that coming out.
Yeah, the
It's
transfer
like,
on that is not good, by the way.
Okay. Is Vestron a thing anymore? I know it's a dumb question, but what was the last thing they released?
Well, he was saying like
That's
this
true.
year has been like probably one of the slowest years, and they may release like one or two titles.
They've been doing them steel books.
Hmm.
Oh yeah, the Gate
was-
Steelbook and Lair of the White Worm.
Little Monsters, and
Hmm.
they've done a few of them, I think.
Mark, aren't you a fan?
What
of
was
this
the last?
movie?
The last new
Gummo.
release. Gummo, boys, Gummo.
You have you guys seen Gummo?
No, I've never seen
No.
it.
Oh man,
I'm gonna get it. I've already decided I got to finally see it.
that's one for a live commentary. I think
Will it
We'll do
remind
it.
us a lot of Appalachia? You think?
it's not a traditional movie, but I mean it's Harmony Korine, so you probably knew that. It's crazy. It's for an acquired
Jesus.
taste.
The last Vestron release was Blue Steel, I think. Right? Wasn't that the last one that was actually a new title?
Oh,
I
okay.
think so. Yeah.
That was last year. It was like
Okay.
last November, or December. or
Holy
wow, okay.
shit! Finally, motherfuckers, the 4K of Cowboys versus Aliens.
Shit.
I'm down for it.
Finally,
I'm down for it.
something. Daniel Craig and Harrison Ford, baby. Major motion pictures. Okay. Cowboys, aliens, baby.
they were like, we got Daniel Craig and Harrison Ford. What can we do? We'll put Cowboys and Aliens in there.
Hey,
Yeah.
I actually like that film. I think that's actually a pretty good popcorn movie. As silly as
I'll
the
be
title
honest with
is.
you, I've never seen it.
I've never seen it either.
I think Jon Favreau did a good job. He's a good director.
Man, Harrison Ford over the last probably 20 years has done like a fucking gigantic collection of fucking oddball, shitty ass movies. I mean, this one may be good. I don't know. But
Well, I can't disagree with you on that. Last Indiana Jones, he's doing a Captain America 7, whatever it is, and Brave New World Order, whatever it's called, and
There
yeah,
you go, Mark. There you go. Pick it
That's
up
right.
now. Right
is that
now.
a movie that's going to benefit from 4K, Mark? You think?
It's meant to look shitty, so I don't know.
It looks like a bunny playing an accordion on a shitter, so I don't know. It might.
That's exactly what it is.
it's certainly shit.
You get a wrestling match in the middle of the
Mm.
movie. Mm.
Hell yeah.
Sure.
Rambo, I know
Fuck
you
that
hate it.
movie, Mark. You know it.
Matt. But
You know it. Fuck that movie.
you leave
Shit.
him alone.
Harmony
We got
Korine.
173 people in here, so it's a perfect opportunity to tell you guys to thumbs this damn video up and share it with your family, friends, and neighbors.
Violently.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is also a good opportunity to tell you to tune in on Sunday for the summer slashback again.
Yeah, I think after this one, we're going to be taking about a week off because you're going on vacation, aren't you?
I am. I'm going to go down to where they filmed the Slayer at. Actually,
Ooh.
I'm going to take video
Oh,
of
cool.
every location.
You know, though, I don't know. Have you watched The Slayer yet, Uncle Bill? So evidently, when they were filming it, this was before they kind of rebuilt Tybee Island, so everything was like in shambles and shit. Then, I guess. But the theater that's in that movie is still there, but they completely redid it. Like it was pretty much a shell at that point in time. But yeah, it's still there. Which, how big is Tybee Island? I've never been there.
I mean, it's not very big at all, to be
You should
honest.
be able to find that pretty easy then. What's that classic monsters thing? What is that?
Let's see. The Essentials Collection 4K you get
Oh, okay.
includes films from the previous 2 volumes all in one set.
Eh.
The very first comment is the mayor. It says, "We want volume 3, not another repackaging the same films for a second time." He's sharing his.
He's a top fan of Dawn of the Dead, baby.
That's so cute.
Well, they've done a lot of they repackage and re-release those Universal Monsters movies more than about anything, really.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, what in the hell's this shit?
Season 3, buddy.
What?
Gotta have it, man.
Yeah.
He's in the White House this time.
That picture at the bottom. He's wearing the fucking Phantom of the,
The
Opera
whole
mask.
thing is garbage. I just
I honestly-
see that now.
I like the next
So
mayor's
stupid.
second comment. He says hard pass. This series sucks.
It does suck. It's terrible.
He's just on there trolling the fuck out of every release. Fuck his shit.
He's learned well from us, boys. I would be fine if they never did anything, another Child's Play movie, they never had Chucky and anything else. I would be perfectly fine.
Yep.
I'm done, boys.
That's
That
really
shit.
the series that I'm most done with of any of them. If I never see another goddamn Chucky thing, I'd be thrilled. I don't care about Chucky, Child's Play, any of it.
To be honest with you, I never really cared too much about it anyway. Like, I like the first movie is okay, and Bride of Chucky's okay, but I've just never, I don't know. Never
They've
been
just run it
huge
into
As
the
a
ground. In every way they could, they've run that into the ground.
I mean, coming from a guy that enjoyed them more than you guys, I fully agree. After like the third one, I like the first 3. I'll be the lone man out. I actually like the remake. Fuck Bacon, I'll say that. Just pissing
What
people
the
off.
fuck?
I do it. There you go. That's the reaction I'm looking for. But it's for fun. But fuck this show. Don Mancini, there's a reason why he only does this because he has no talent. He can't do anything else but Chucky 85 things. and have 8-year-olds kissing each other. So be my guest, Don
Mhm.
Manzini, you weirdo. He's a weirdo.
Weirdo Willie.
But
Yeah.
this, I got through like 3 episodes of the show. I mean, this is stupid. And
Yeah.
even though you guys don't care about Chucky, did you even attempt to watch the show? Any of you 3? Like Mark,
No,
you said you
I
gave up. I don't blame
I think
you.
I watched the first episode. That was it.
I don't blame you. And Mark, you gave up. When did you give up?
I said that the show probably would go off the rails very early, and I'd give it like the first 3 to 4 episodes, and that's exactly what happened. It didn't start off too terribly, but as it kept going,
What?
it just got so bad.
He puked someone to death in the first episode. Like someone died because he
I remember
puked on
that.
them, and they electrocuted.
Yeah, they got
Wait, what the-
electrocuted and puked. Yeah, I remember.
What the hell, man? And he's going around Halloween wearing a Hello Kitty costume.
Hmm. That was
What
like
the
the
hell?
3rd or 4th episode, the Halloween episode.
And now he's at the White House. And Devin Sawa is playing like his 4th different character for some reason. He's like the president or
They
something.
really like him.
Yeah.
So shit on that.
Shit on
Look
the
here.
sideways.
Big
Agreed.
Crack Rock says he forgot he left the stream when he thought the Smoothbillies broke in upstairs. But if we'd have broke in your house, you'd have shit all over your chest by now.
Yeah, I would have gave you a shit line.
Let's see. Let him go. Don't you touch that man.
Isn't
Let him
that
go.
the song from Frozen?
That's Let It Go, but yeah, same kind
Oh,
of thing.
okay.
It's got Kevin Costner in it. So
And Diane Lane back in the day was a hot piece of ass.
I still think she looks good now. Diane Lane.
I mean, for 70 years old or however old she is, she looks fine. But I mean, back in the day, what was that show that she was on, that Western show? God damn, bulls.
I don't know.
Lonesome Dove, wasn't it? Lonesome Dove? Yeah, I think she was in that.
I don't even know what this is, but it's
Oh, it's an
funny.
animated film that's pretty violent, like pretty sad, like depressing animated film from back in the day.
You know what I
where it's like
love though? A
Bunch
combination
of
of
rabbits
when
getting
they,
killed.
when they have animated films with violence. I
Animated
love that's my
rabbits
favorite.
Getting her head blowed off.
It's a very depressing movie. Bunch of rabbits get killed as they're trying to survive.
That sounds
It's a great
wonderful.
kids film.
Where do I pick up a copy of an animated film set over the Holocaust, which is what that looks like?
What's funny is it's fucking in 4K.
You're not far off with that sentiment. You're really not with the way you describe that. You're not that far off. To be honest.
Ah. You know what?
Enjoy.
I think I'll pass. Things are depressing enough right now. I think.
Those poor little bunnies are going to get killed by death. That movie.
Oh, they certainly do. There's a lot of there's a decent amount of blood.
That's really all I can find on here. Everything else is pretty much older at least.
Hmm.
So let me see. Let me switch over to another view here.
We've been talking a lot about the Strangers as of late. Uncle Bill reviewed
Unfortunately.
the new Strangers Chapter 1. Has anybody heard when Chapter 2 is getting its release?
No.
I thought it was supposed to be later this year, but I don't know. Maybe they pushed it back a couple months. I don't know.
Listen, that Strangers 1 movie ain't worth a shit. I tried to be really like positive as I could be in that review,
Mhm.
but still, Jesus Christ.
You know what's funnier than shit, though, man? So, I knew that we had reviewed the Strangers back in the day on the road thing, right?
Yeah.
I got this. I'm going to finally rewatch it. This will be the first time. This is the second sight one.
Okay.
Okay.
The first time that I've watched it since the theater, so I'm going to give it a second chance. But like we were joking about "Don't Talk to Strangers," the Dio or the Black Sabbath Dio song. We sung that fucking song on the way home on that On the Road film.
Oh my god. Yeah, that makes sense.
I was like, what the fuck? We had the song ready. We played the actual song on your stereo and was singing, "Don't watch the strangers. It's a shitty film."
Well, here's the problem, right? They basically remade it. It's like what they did with Psycho, the Stranger Chapter 1. And I was watching it and I was just like, what? Why am I watching it? Like, what is the point of this? And I swear to God, the only point for me would be to reintroduce that movie to people that might not have seen it so they could start this dumbass trilogy. 'Cause I don't even like that.
Exactly.
I do not even like that movie. Like, I never have. It's just, I don't understand what the hype is about that at all.
The Pray at Night movie was better than the original movie, I think. I mean, it wasn't that great either.
I
but
agree.
It was
Agreed.
yeah, it flowed better and I thought it was made better.
And also had
Like I said,
Christina Hendricks in it. So that's
Yeah,
always a
and like I
plus.
said, the
That's
first film is a bunch of people being bored, waiting to die. That's the first film.
Mhm.
That's really what it is.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. We got a super chat.
Blame it,
Bobby?
Bobby.
Go to A Dog Called Vengeance Blu-ray. There's something in the comments if it's there on this stream. Where in the hell was that? I didn't even remember seeing that.
I don't think I've seen A Dog Called Vengeance.
He's talking about in the, I guess when the titles I was looking at.
Yeah.
Was
I
that,
think
in,
so.
was that in there? Hold on.
I'm not sure.
I'll find it. Fuck it.
Did you know though that they shot Strangers Pray at Night? Strangers Play at Night.
Strangers Play at Night, baby.
They shot that in Kentucky. That movie was shot in Kentucky.
That's just,
Okay.
another reason to hate Kentucky. Let's see.
While you look, and the question I've heard a couple of people ask, why is it that The Hitcher is not on the Second Sight website anymore?
Oh,
It's like a 404 error, like for days.
I haven't heard about that.
I didn't know that either.
They if you go on it, like you get a 404 error message. It's been on there for days. If you go
What
on
the
the Second
fuck?
Sight website.
so Bobby put as a top comment. CKF Bill Rambo man.
Hell yeah, Bobby.
Oh,
That's cool,
yeah.
man.
Thanks,
Good
Bobby.
promotion there.
That's hilarious.
We might just review A Dog Called Vengeance and dedicate it to Bobby. I mean, it's called The Dog Called Vengeance, so it's got to be
Yeah, it's
good.
got to be good. So what is this about the Hitcher? It's not on the. I'll look that up. Fuck it.
Like if you click on it, there's a 404 error. Someone says Second Sight isn't selling to US directly for this release from their
Oh, yeah.
site.
That's right. Yeah.
Okay. Didn't
So
know
yeah,
that.
you have to order from like secondary sites like not Grindhouse.
Okay.
Well, I guess Grindhouse too, but Orbit. And all
Did
those
anybody in the chat order, like, did they allowed the orders to go through, I think, didn't they, for the US? Did they get
places.
refunded?
Yeah, they did
or
for
what?
mine.
I would hope so.
So you ordered it directly from the second site.
Oh no, I thought you were talking about from like the secondary
Yeah.
sites.
Mm.
No, I'm talking
No,
about
when
an
I
actual-
what was the one I tried to buy one from Second Sight? What the hell was it, man? There's that big kind of like outrage about it when it came out, and like they canceled everybody's orders.
Hmm.
There was one I tried to order from Second Sight, and it like they just canceled my order like midway through it. And it's been like over a year ago, but I can't remember what the film was.
Yeah,
now.
there's been issues with them shipping the US before, but I don't know if it's
Might have been, yeah. It might have been Martin.
HBO.
Mhm.
HBO owns The Hitcher, and they're assholes. So if they were raising a fuss, like, hey, this is our movie over here, you know.
Mhm.
It says
fuck with
here, I
us,
did
please.
read they will honor the past orders, though, if you ordered through the Second Sight. So, well, that's
Well, that's
good. But I was just curious because they had it up there to begin with. So maybe that's what happened. Maybe someone made a fuss, or maybe that's. I didn't know that was their protocol because I haven't ordered a whole lot from Second Sight website. So I didn't know that was a common thing.
Most
that
of the
they're on there,
time,
and then the 404
or
message.
like all their big releases, Orbit DVD in North Carolina is like where we order because as soon as
Gotcha.
they get it, like they don't wait on the street date or nothing. It's fucking shipped out. Like
Mhm.
you'll get it.
Ooh.
You'll get it first.
I just bought something from Orbit today, and they shipped it within an hour of me
I'm telling
ordering.
Yeah.
you, I'm telling you,
So-
man.
They'll get nothing but good praises from me.
Was another Cool as Ice version?
No,
I've never
Mr.
seen any
Nanny?
place get stuff by as quickly as Orbit does, though.
I would
What is
be
that one company you always bring up, CK? Like the new one?
the Atomic Movie Shop.
Yeah.
They're pretty quick too. But I mean, I only ordered one. Like I ordered that Madman 4K from them, and they shipped it out the same day.
Super
Yeah, I've
IT
ordered from
boy,
them
I
too.
can't comment up. I wish I could.
I see it. Yeah, Time and Movie Cafe. They're good as well. I've ordered from them.
No Life Lily, but that's already been blown up for a while. Like everybody knows about Orbit. That's not an unknown thing.
Yeah, I've actually been to their store a couple of times. They have like a brick and mortar store in Asheville, North Carolina, and it's freaking killer. Like the first time I went into it, I was like, what the hell? Because they have got like all the boutique stuff, everything that's on their sites in the store.
that's
Okay.
wild.
But what about Sandpiper?
It's only a mystery.
We need to figure that out.
On a side note, this is random. Thanks to Uncle Bill recommending me. A friend of mine found me that Ripper interview with Tom Savini. That was hilarious. Just 10
Yeah,
minutes
it's
of
just-
how much the movie sucks.
That's all it is. Yeah, that's all you need. It does suck too, man. Like I couldn't believe how bad that movie was. I was like, why are they even selling this?
Yeah, I had to learn the hard way about that one back in the day. It was in a double feature set with Blood Cult, I think. And you see the Savini on there, and like this might be killer. It's not. It's
No.
terrible.
The whole budget was them paying for his cameo in that movie, though.
Yep. What did he say? Like he got $10,000 for like 8 hours of work or something
one
like that?
day.
Yeah.
One day I worked 10 grand.
Yeah.
Spent their whole budget on this cameo.
It's awful too. The whole thing is awful. But yeah, we're almost 2 hours in. I don't know
Uncle
if
B,
there's
you gonna
anything
rub my
else.
balls before we get out of here?
Yeah, that's what I like to do at the 2 hour mark. Is just rub your balls, and I'm gonna rip
I
them the
don't
fuck
have
off.
any pants on.
You probably don't.
But I saw on
So,
Audi's you guys are doing a 10,000 subscriber special. Is there anything specifically planned, or just kind of like this, shooting the
Not-
spit?
Not yet. I think we're going to try to do some different stuff on there to mix it up a little bit. I don't know. I haven't talked to Uncle Bill about it, but yeah, we got a week or two figured out.
Cool.
I
there's
can
all
give you
kinds of
Shitler.
shit coming up. Yeah. There's plans upon plans about stuff we're gonna do.
Yeah, I've got a little notebook with ideas that I keep in it, 'cause I can't remember anything anymore. Bad thing about getting older.
I know the feeling.
But no, another thing I wanted to mention before we get out of here, and I ain't seen Garrett in the chat, but I was trying to wait until his ass got in here, fucking laughing at me on that damn
Oh,
Brad
God.
Pack stream. God damn, boys. Garrett, boys, most of the time we're in the same stratosphere when it comes to thoughts on movies. But his thoughts on Jim Carrey's movies just blew my fucking mind. What a fucking... Oh, my God. I just wanted to mention that. Shitting all over
Well,
the
for
Truman
those-
Show.
Yeah, I was going to say, for those who don't know, Gare was doing a Jim Carrey ranking, and you mentioned Truman Show should be in the top 3. And then what happened?
Yeah, it was like... if Truman Show isn't in each of your top 3, I'm pointing and laughing at you. That's kind of, good natured ribbon there.
So they
whatever.
pointed and laughed at you.
Yeah, they were like,
I
oh,
guess.
no way. We talked about that movie a long time ago. It's garbage.
Listen,
That's what
Did
Gary
I say
said.
garbage?
Look,
I didn't hear that
I
part.
Said it was
really-
garbage.
I really don't understand the mindset of anybody that thinks that movie is garbage.
I didn't hear
don't-
that part.
I'd
he
love
did.
to know.
He said it was trash or garbage or something.
I'd love to know what his top 3 was. Then
Yeah, what's his number one?
is it like Ace Ventura 2 or
His
something?
number
Like,
one
what is-
was, I think his number one was Ace Ventura, if I'm not mistaken. The first one.
what was
To be fair, that's my favorite, but Truman Show is number 3 for me. That's a great movie.
But get this,
Love
I
the
was
Truman
telling
Show.
him before Uncle Bill got in here, the next one up, he put Batman Forever was better.
Oh,
than
shut the
fucking
fuck
Truman
up, Garrett.
Show. Swear to God.
That ain't even. He can't even be real talking that kind of stuff.
Is putting over the mask and all this shit.
Even when I went and saw that movie, when did it come out? Like 97, 98?
Truman
Something like
Show's
that.
98.
No, I mean Batman Forever. When did that-
95.
95.
95.
95.
I was like a teenager, and I knew it was shit then. I was like, God damn, this movie's awful.
I couldn't believe it, man.
We got a $20 super chat though from Bobby. Says, I tried doing that on Nightmare on Elm Street. My taper words took too long, so because I'm using my phone instead of my laptop, my Wi-Fi have been down for 2 months. I put on a couple of them that were not on there. He's talking about like the Facebook posts, I think.
We appreciate it, Bob.
Yep. Thank you, Bobby, for getting us out there in the world.
Hell
Oh,
yeah.
trust me, Bobby. I know how the Wi-Fi goes. That's crap everywhere. I'm sure everybody has dealt with that.
We got that
What's the
tin
worst
can internet
Wi-Fi
here in
you
East
guys have
Kentucky.
dealt with? Have
What's
you
the
ever
worst?
had the Wi-Fi problem? Was there ever a time where it lasted longer than it should have, or has it been pretty consistently good?
I used to just use my cell phone signal and stuff like that, but
Okay.
Yeah.
the since I got home internet here probably 2 years ago, knock on wood, it hasn't been. I mean, I've had brief outages. Usually, it's like really early in the morning or something, though. But
There's usually an outage at least once a week here, and it just always fucking pisses me off. It'll last for maybe 20 minutes to an hour, but there's always at least one time a week this shit will go off.
And they don't explain why?
No, I don't give a shit. Because see, here's the problem with around here. One company's got a monopoly on everything. Like, there's no competition. Like, if you don't like what they got, you can just sit home and look at
fuck
fucking
you,
rock.
son, fuck
something.
you. Or
Because,
you can save, you can save up $600 for that Starlink shit and wait a year and a half to get it.
It's like,
That's about the only choice you've got. I'm surprised they haven't brought that out like in a wider basis, that Amazon internet or whatever it is.
so
I haven't heard that. Amazon Internet? Oh,
Yeah,
sorry,
it's
go ahead.
called
Oh, yeah.
Starlink. Like, it's their internet service. Just works off of a satellite or whatever.
Okay.
I never
don't
have
know
any
much about
issues
it.
out here, so I'm all good. I pay enough for it, so it better work.
And cocaine.
I think that the highest we have here is that's what
we got 2 gigs now. Are you talking about like price wise or?
No, I'm talking about the speed. I guess
Mm.
it's 2 gig, yeah, or whatever. Is that like the fastest?
Yep, that's the
I don't
new
know.
fact. They just recently put that in though. So I mean,
But yeah, we're lucky that we have that, I guess, because some places, Pollers and shit, legit just have like dial up and fucking like DSL or whatever the hell it is.
yep.
Oh, Starlink is Elon Musk.
Oh boy.
Okay.
I thought that was Amazon for some reason.
You can trust Elon Musk.
Dumb and Dumber, baby. They actually counted. I watched the whole thing. They counted fucking Simon Birch as a fucking Jim Carrey movie. I'm like, what? Jim Carrey may have. I don't even remember him in the damn movie. I guess he was.
At the very, maybe at the very end, like very little. Maybe he's done some narration, like not in it a lot.
I think he was the narrator. Yeah.
Yeah.
Be
No,
cute
you
if
don't.
that'd be good if it still was around.
I hope not.
You used to get those discs in the mail. You get like
Yeah.
100 hours of free AOL internet.
Oh, Mark, by the way, while I've got you on here,
Mm-hmm.
because you brought this up a couple weeks ago, I think. I went and watched the whole Who Killed WCW series. And that was interesting to say the least. Like, to
Yeah.
hear all those kind of, ideas about who did what and what exactly happened. That would be an interesting thing to talk about at some point.
Yeah.
Mm.
WrestleManiac's future show. I'm down for it. What about you, CK?
Sure. I know we're doing the SummerSlam post show coming up. If you want to join us for that, Mark, in a week.
Yeah. So, quick question though: are we going to be doing a stream next Friday too? It's going to be a regular thing.
I would love for it to be. I'm gonna be gone Friday though. Y'all can.
If I'm going to stream on I mean, I don't know if my wife would go for that.
No can do.
2 nights in a row.
Well,
Yeah,
at least she stopped coming in there and being like, 10 o'clock, motherfucker. Time to go to bed.
She passed out early tonight though, so it was good. But yeah, definitely do a SummerSlam post show. But yeah, I mean, if you guys want to do it on Fridays, have at it.
Listen, I'm still trying to figure this out, honestly. Is this real? Was that really Garrett?
Yes,
Because I could never see his face or anything.
yes,
But that was him.
Mhm. That was his day
Garrett-
job as a motivational health
Break
guy.
dancer.
Yeah,
I mean, he's got some moves. I will say that. He was breaking them out. I had no idea it was really him, though. I thought that
Yeah.
was just something he put up.
Microsoft's Web TV. That's some old school shit too.
Motivational brain dance.
What was the
That'd be so killer of a job.
because remember you used to be able to in the 90s you used to be able to get these like promotional VHSs sent to you, like you could call somebody up and they'll send you a tape or whatever. Like I got stuff from Nintendo and but there was like another company that tried to launch like a computer video game system. I keep thinking it's like Panasonic 3DO. It's kind of like that, but it was something else. Do you remember what that is, Uncle Bill? It's probably like the early to mid 90s.
You talking about Neo Geo or
No, it was like a computer company.
Oh,
Philips. Did Philips have something?
oh God. I should know this.
Philips
too.
CDI.
That might be it. It might be
The
Philips.
CDI, yeah. That's what somebody said.
Okay. Because you were bringing up shit from the 90s. And if I'm not mistaken, the CDI, if that's what it was, didn't they have like it was the first Nintendo property on a disc. And it was not on a Nintendo system. So it was
Jackson
like
Jack says they had shitty Zelda games.
right. Right. So at this point in time, it would have been just the Super Nintendo or maybe the N64. I don't know what year that was. But yeah, the first discs for Nintendo was for a fucking old shitty Philips video game system.
That reminds me of the they were called movie CDs. You guys remember that? That was mid 90s. It was before DVD, but the movies were on CDs.
I do remember that. Yeah.
They had didn't they release movies on Game Boy Advance?
I don't remember
think
that.
so.
Or
I
I'm
just
thinking
remember
of-
those shitty, like,
Maybe I'm thinking maybe it's PlayStation. Didn't PlayStation have a system that played movies?
yeah.
Yeah.
So,
PlayStation 2, I think it's
No, I'm
standard.
talking about a little handheld thing though. Like
PSP.
Oh
the
yeah,
Game
PS.
Gear,
Oh, okay.
well, there was the Game Gear first. Sega had the Game Gear, which
I was
like
talking
the
about
handheld
ones that
system.
actually had movies though that you could watch on it.
Yeah, PSP had the UMD discs that you put in the
Somebody needs to
system.
look it up. I think that there is a movie that's on a Game Boy Advance or something. Yeah, somebody mentioned that Shrek was on Game Boy. Can you imagine what we should? Uncle Bill, that's something you can look at on YouTube. See if we can look that up before we get out of here.
What's that?
Game Boy Advanced movie. Just type that in and see if anything pops up. You imagine what that would look like on the fucking Game Boy Advance.
Find out.
That's the first I've heard of that.
Oh my god! It actually.
I thought you were going to say Game Gear. I'm like, what was it? Surf Ninjas?
Well, essentially, what Game Boy Advance was basically like a Super Nintendo, graphic wise, right? It was around that, I think.
Yeah, close to that. Yeah.
Yeah, they had all kinds of stuff like that. I remember they had like the camera on there too. You could take pictures.
Yeah, the printer.
Holy shit! This really existed.
You can watch Shrek on the Game Boy Advance.
Hold on, I was supposed
Huge. Huge.
Oh my
If I
god.
could get like a fucking.
Yeah, you might need to mute it, but like we should be able to.
That I can't believe this. I had no idea this even existed. Okay,
This
so
whole collection of movies. We'll get
There
Halloween
is-
on a Game Boy Advance.
okay, I'm muting it just so we don't have any bullshit. But
Mhm.
here,
We'll see how great this looks on the Game Boy. Shrek. So they're pulling it from the actual. Okay.
Whoa, it's TV without the TV.
TV shows on the go. TV shows on the go. It's TV.
so they had a bunch of titles apparently.
Video.
In what many would consider a direct response to the Hasbro Video Now player, GBA Video introduced a line of video packs for the Game Boy Advance family of handhelds, with shows from Nickelodeon, Cartoon Network, Disney Channel, and even feature-length films. Over the past year, these video cartridges have become a focus of my game collecting goals, and I'm happy to say I just recently finished putting together the entire set. So in this video, I'll answer all your
Nintendo boys.
corner of Nintendo's history. Let's get to it.
Look here. I just want to see an actual screen. Holy, is that it?
No, that ain't it.
No, that'd be killer.
I was going to say,
Game Boy Advance video.
God bless, boys. They had 1,000.
Maybe
There's Shrek,
Shrek, yeah.
but he doesn't really show any of it. Is the problem?
There it
Is
is.
that Moana? What the fuck is that?
that looks like Lilo and Stitch,
Oh
maybe,
yeah.
or something.
Episodes are presented in 160p. That's 240 pixels wide by 160 pixels tall. For comparison, here's what that looks like next to a standard
So
1080p
there's,
HD movie.
There's like
Yeah,
a
it was kind of
real-
rough. But hey, it was 2004. What are you going to do? These cartridges will work with any system in the Game Boy Advance
didn't
family,
know that
as well
was
as the
around.
DS and DS Lite through backwards compatibility. However, they are not compatible with the Game Boy Player peripheral for the Nintendo GameCube.
Ooh,
If you
can't
try to
play
use
on
one in the
GameCube.
GB player, you'll be met with this error message. Majesco apparently implemented this content block because the signal could potentially be fed through a VCR or DVD player,
honestly,
and the content holders
Are you
if
blown
you're
away?
if you're watching movies on your fucking Game Boy Advance, there's probably some issues.
What was the battery life like on that anyway, though? How would that even work? Like, I don't think the battery lasts very long. Oh, well. Boys, them gummies really starting to kick in.
It's gonna start to come out. Oh, yeah. I think we've gone through about as much as we can go through tonight, anyway. So, so what are we doing? Are you guys going to do something Friday, or you said you couldn't, right? Because she's going to whip your ass if you try to do it.
I mean, probably. But
Yeah.
you guys are welcome to join on Saturday. If you all want to do something, go for it.
I'll probably be on Saturday. Well, if we did do anything Friday, I mean, I'll be at the convention, but
Oh yeah.
yeah.
So you'll just reconvene in 2 weeks, probably.
Yep.
I mean, I could go live from the con.
That's what I was
Okay.
thinking you should do, actually, Mark.
Mhm.
Make sure you walk up to Tom Savini and tell him that you love Maniac or Dawn of the Dead or something like that. See what happens.
Instead of Tom Savini, we got Tom Atkins there. So
That's even better.
I have to settle for him. Hopefully
Ask
he's
if he
had
wants
something to drink.
Ask
He's
if he
kind of
wants
a
to be on the
hateful fucker, too.
podcast.
Yeah. Maybe I do. Maybe I don't.
Fuck you. No. So what's the next thing we're doing aside
Well,
from the summer slashback?
We
thing?
do need to mention that we're going to be special guests on the Subjective Perspective Collective podcast on Sunday at 1 p.m. I think it's at 1 p.m. Dawn of the Dead versus Zombie, the Fulci Zombie. They're doing like a versus stream, and
That's actually tougher than I thought it was going to be. I mean, thinking about those two movies.
Yeah. Dirk asked me about it, and I'm like, that's a tough pick. Because I like them both. But yeah, I don't know.
Ain't tough for me. Dawn of the Dead usually.
they're
No,
different sort of movies. I think Dawn of the Dead's an adventure movie that just happens to have like zombies in it, like a action adventure drama
Mm-hmm.
with zombies in it. Whereas like
Yeah.
Zombie is more or less just a straight up, gory zombie movie throughout the whole damn
It's a
thing.
splatter film, yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, I like Zombie. I just think the acting is a lot better in Dawn of the Dead.
I'll say that the makeup effects and everything's probably better in Zombie though.
Yeah.
Yeah, the zombies look better. Yeah.
It's definitely true.
It'll be fun.
I look forward to that for a multitude of reasons. So, Rambo, what do you got coming up?
Just fulfilling more requests, a lot of random stuff. Uploaded my review of Love Lies Bleeding, which I did like. Actually, the same director who did a film you guys reviewed recently, Saint Maud. Same director.
Oh, yeah. You ain't
And
supposed to
Lone
like
is an
nothing,
A24
Rambo.
film.
You know that. You're not supposed
Yeah,
to
I
like
know.
anything.
But I did like that. A24 film as well, and I did like it. Because it's kind of like Thelma Louise with a little bit of a Lynch flavor. So it was kind of interesting with that. Other videos coming up. At episode 1 of something on Tubi called Becoming Evil Serial Killers. Mind of the Serial Killer. So, I don't know, wasn't that great, but it's just depressing to hear about that stuff. I mean, you learn something new, like the two ladies that, what was it? They killed the elderly, and then they would go into another room and have some fun fandango together. These two ladies, and like they were, Catherine Wood, I think was one of them, and I forget the other girl's name. And one was called like The Grim Sleeper. Although I don't know how legitimate this documentary is, because this expert says, well, the FBI says over 50% of serial killers are black. I went, really?
I don't think that's statistically accurate.
Yeah. So I'm not sure about that. But yeah, just random videos. Deer Camp 86, which is a new goofy horror film. And such classes as Chuck E. Cheese, the Galaxy 5000 hour-long program someone requested.
Now, how many movies do you say you
So-
watch on a daily basis? I know that you've said before, but
Too many. But
yeah.
but it's, I can't complain. There's much worse things out there. So yeah, if you want to see well, you don't want to see Chuck E. Cheese anything, so fuck it. Well, yeah, Mark.
Chuck E. Cheese. They love torturing you.
I'm down for it.
Yeah, I bet. Just some more collection stuff. And then a bunch of convention video footage, pickups, signings. It'll be a lot next weekend. All next week.
I just had this thought. I don't know why, but it cracked me up. Like Mark bought the German Cujo release, and it came with a Saint Bernard. Showed up at his house.
It was a Saint Bernard that had like a spindle thing around its neck that had the disc.
Oh shit!
Oh man.
It was like Cujo's great grandson.
But anyway, good stuff from everybody. So I guess that is all. We'll wrap it up before CK passes out onto the keyboard, which I can see.
I'm gonna go. Let me tell you what I'm gonna do, baby. I want to cuddle up and put me in his bathtub in, baby, and just relax. Yeah, I got it right back there. It's ready. And just go off into La La Land, thanks to them gummy bears I had earlier.
Buddy, you gotta let me know how that experience goes before you watching that movie. That shit. All right. We'll see everybody later. Bye.
Give us the thumbs up,
Off you butt.
like, subscribe. And if you subscribe, here's something else you can do. Once you subscribe, you can click the bell notification, right? And it'll notify you anytime that Dead Pit puts up new shit.
Poor dog. I really don't give a fuck.
I want you to. I want you to.
I don't care.
Let's keep our community growing here on YouTube.
I don't like it. I don't want you to do nothing.
Listen, they need to do that now.
No, don't you dare touch it.
Thumbs up. Subscribe. And click that bell.
There's all kinds of wonderful shirts over at shop.deadpit.com. Simply the best horror shirts. On TeePublic, there are others, but they all suck. You can get some Dead Pit radio shirts. You can get Last South on the left. The Hills Have Eyes. Texas Chainsaw. Oh, wait, you can't say Texas Chainsaw. All kinds of shirts, folks. You're gonna love them. Shop.deadpit.com.
Thank you to all of our supporters on Patreon. Dead Pit on Patreon.com is the only place to check out a complete archive of the old Dead Pit radio shows all the way back from 2005 on, in addition to the midweek shows, fan commentaries, exclusive podcasts, and much more. Dead Pit on Patreon.com if you're interested. Tiers start at only $1.
We ain't never gonna change. We ain't